don't know what happened. I don't know what the hell happened there. Sorry.
Hey,
Welcome to
Dan, go fuck yourself, Dan.
Holy shit.
Fuck. Listen. Welcome to Shadowcast. I'm Dan.
That was the last thing I expected to see.
That's Matt. Well, he
Fuck
came
you,
on.
Matt. Or fuck you, Dan.
Matt came on and he said hi. I said, I got a troll for Pete. And he's like, what? I was like, nothing.
You
I was like,
son of a bitch.
do I play the whole thing?
How
Deleting it?
dare you? The audacity.
I only remembered 3 minutes before I came on here. I was like, oh, he's not going to be happy. I shouldn't mention it. No, I'm going to play a video instead.
That was so good. I saw the logo and I was like, holy shit.
So I was like, what the fuck is this?
Listen, it always happens to bite me in the ass because I did that to Stina when the Eagles beat the Niners, and she just and the Niners won the fucking thing this year.
Pete was so spiteful when the Patriots went 16-0 and the Eagles beat them in the Super Bowl. He was so mad that the Eagles beat them because he wanted the Giants to be the only team that did it.
Oh, that ever did it? I was going to say you guys did it.
Yeah, he
and
didn't want the Eagles to be able to claim the same thing.
See, and I congratulated all the Giants fans because there was a lot that I knew.
There's always one. There's always like one guy that's like, hey, we're part of the NFC East, but you should be happy for us. I'm like, man, fuck you, man.
I wasn't that nice. I wasn't that nice. I was saying, you know what? Good job, because fuck Tom Brady or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't like you, but I don't like him either.
Fuck him.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Hey, welcome to the Shadow Sportscast.
Did you guys see the roast of Tom Brady, by the way?
No.
Fucking Kevin Hart every 5 seconds, like, fuck you, Tom. Every 5 seconds. Fuck you, Tom.
I saw his and I saw Tony from Kill Tony's bit where I can't even say the words. I can't bring the premise on because I'm not a comedian. I'm above average. Hey everybody, we have a lot to talk about. New York City Comic-Con. Pete didn't kill me. I didn't know if I was going to get away with that. And what's fucked up is I don't know if you can see it on this side, but on my side, when I play a video, even though you're not on, I can see your guys on the side. So I'm watching it, and I just see him looking at that motherfucker. That motherfucker. I saw the face change. I was like, oh. Uh-oh. It was very good. Every now and then I get a good one in. Hey, but anyway, let's talk about 22 inches, huh, Pete?
22 inches.
22 inches.
You like that, Zaddy? The XP97?
I like that, Zaddy.
I thought it was a great announcement. I like how they did it. They put a base that apparently doesn't come with the figure, but they will showcase. What? Yeah. They teased it with a base of.
That base that they have in the picture doesn't. Hey.
All of that and the base doesn't. The base won't come with this.
It wasn't a special base. It was more so like they put the base down and they were like, "This is a placeholder." Yeah, I don't think it was particularly special or interesting base.
No,
that's sweet looking.
But
it's really sweet looking though.
It was just meant to get some conversation started. I didn't think
you could design one if you guys want one with that.
I didn't think that you were actually pleased that they did this because of your initial reaction was, well, shit. Well, I'm glad that they're not doing the Haslab Sentinel over again. I like that they're doing a 97 edition because anyone who wanted to recreate anything from X-Men 97, the show, now can do it because that Sentinel is definitely stylized differently. So yeah, this is pretty cool.
You use the Haslab as a master mold or the Tri-Sentinel and then play it with these.
I guess, yeah, you could do a play on that because I forgot the master mold the headpiece does come with this guy who's still next to me because I don't put things away. Although I did put a lot of things away because this area is much more clean than it used to be.
About time, fucking dirty bastard.
I needed another shelf.
May I recommend those collapsible shelves that we used at the con?
No.
Are we also not going to mention facade that Pete has behind him now, covering up all his goodies?
Oh no, that was actually behind. So let me tell you what happened. So I was supposed to get, not that you guys care, but I was supposed to get new floors around the whole house. And
you doing that again?
Yeah, they called and they were like, "Hey, we got your stuff. Are you ready to schedule the appointment?" We'll drop it off Thursday. We'll do the install Friday. I was like, "Cool. Let me just move all my shit out the way to make it easy for you guys to install, right?" And then they called me Thursday at like 8 o'clock and was like, "Hey, we're at Lowe's. We're here to pick up your stuff, but there's nothing to pick up." I said, "Excuse me, what?" They said, "There's no floor. We can't find the floor." Right? So
look down, idiots.
Yeah, no. So I went to fucking Lowe's and they were like, "No, we don't have your floor. I don't know what happened." I was like, "Well, we just paid a buttload of money to you guys and we've already made 2 payments on it. So where's my floor?" And they're like, "Well, we got to figure that out now." So I'm like, and at one point they told me that the floor is no longer in stock and then we got to go find a new floor. And then I went back and they're like, "No, we got the floor. It's just not in the store. We just have to special order it." Long story short, you're driving me nuts, Lowe's. Get your shit, get all your shit, get it together, put it in a nice bag if you got to, but get your shit and get it together. Okay? Get your shit together. All right? So Tuesday, they're going to call me and let me know what the plan is moving forward. Are they ordering it directly from, it's supposed to be Cali for like a vinyl shit, blah, 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 and then install it. So I moved everything. Like I can, let me zoom out. Can I zoom out real quick? Oh,
well, I don't know.
I don't know.
That sounds so dumb.
So yeah, it is.
What sounds dumb?
So I moved my display cases from the left. I moved my rack that was right here. Everything that's in the closet behind me with the music stuff is all moved out. And I just have like this table just sitting here. And I was ready to set up my new printer that's supposed to be coming in. And now that is going to have to wait because Lowe's can't get their shit together.
My gigantic ass printer is like shipping sometime soon, but I'm not excited because I don't have space for that.
I don't even know what you're going to use it for. I mean, I just hope that the quality is as good as a Cobra 2 Max, because if it is, then you could really make some vehicles with that and then just be good to go. Like not even prototype, like boom.
I want to figure out what Uncle Jesse did to his, because his prints look really good on it. And I want to know how he leveled his bed. And he also has, and I need to look into it, but he has like the Cobra Max has the magnetic thing. He found one. I don't know if it's the entirety of the 4 beds that the
I know what you're talking about.
Giga has. But I know that he found one, but it was like just a bit short. So I don't know if he found one that covers it or if he just uses that shorter one and just adjusts his print space accordingly. Because realistically, it wouldn't be that hard to do. You just have to allot for that space.
So Dan, the issue was this is like 4 beds put together. So when you print right in the middle, there is a cut, a cross cut in the bottom of the print.
Yeah, it's not one solid bed it's not like one solid bed like this that you have to level. It's instead 4. So like this bed could be level, but this bed level might be off. Like there was a guy who like got it very early and just went and leveled the beds, and at the bottom of his print where like you could see where there was a disagreement in the 4 beds. Like, yeah, it wasn't great. But so like
sounds like it's working out.
Well, the other thing is the print succeeded, but like that will realistically only be a problem if 1, you don't align all your beds in unison, and 2, if you have stuff that's overlapping the individual bed plates. I don't know.
That's too many logistics for me.
I don't know why I went in for it, but I got to print something cool with it.
I had a buddy that called me and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about getting some bamboo P1Ps or something like that, some prototype stuff." And I was like, "I could save you some money and maximize your build space if you go with a Cobra 2 Max." I was like, "I really like the quality of that printer."
Yeah.
Especially since they released a new slicer that kind of slows things down a little bit more. And I created a profile. I was like, I could help you with that. The print quality on the Cobra 2 Max is fantastic.
Was that the Orca slicer or a different slicer?
I don't. Yeah, I think it's based off the Orca slicer, the new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I sent you the profile, but it's a really good profile.
You did, but I don't print. Although, actually, I'm getting ready to try and print something.
Yeah. I sent my stuff to 𝗖𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗆, Chad, and he said that the quality looked almost like a mold.
Right.
So that was really good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that you mess with your settings a lot more than I do. So that like you're basically you print it and you're good to go.
Well, the part of the thing is I went with an in-between speed. So they have like a super jet setting and then they have the normal speed. So I went for like a nice in-between setting.
Yeah.
And that seems to be working great, especially with the this is the one credit I give to the Cobra 2 Max is the fan on there is really freaking good. It's a dual fan that's pointed directly at the print head, which basically gives it a cleaner finish. So that's essentially what you want out of a clean print. And if you look at our walls that we're putting out right now, you can see that the brick looks fucking great. I put a little bit of one coat of acrylic and then I seal it, and it looks. I don't want to toot our own horn, but it looks great.
Keep stretching. I'm not finished yet.
But going into the walls, I was mentioning this offline. I found a flaw within a flaw. So the thing is, we recessed the bricks a little bit more to make them pop a little bit. So add more depth to the wall and add more spacing in between the bricks. And overall, it looks great. If you see the Instagram posts that we've been doing lately, I think it looks phenomenal. Just that minor change that we've made. However, now I'm noticing that in between the bricks, there's too much light bleeding through. And in some cases, like when we do the wooden floors, you could see not scarring, but like a gap, a very tiny gap where there's not enough plastic hitting. So what I went to go do is lower that peg hole a 64th of an inch, which is very tiny, but it is enough to cover that spacing so you don't notice any weird artifacting. And while I was doing that, I noticed that I had off-centered the end hole pegs while we were doing that. I don't know how that happened. Usually I work everything on a plane, so it's just a push-pull, basically drag and drop to one location to another. But I guess I wasn't careful enough to do that, which is why we do prototyping. So that's why they're not for sale yet. That's why we're still going through odds and ends. But the happy medium there that I'm trying to do is lessen the light bleed, but still keep the strong ass magnet that we buy. So we use N52 magnets, which are the strongest that you can get on the market. That'll be able to attract whatever you're putting on the other side, which is how we're able to get like the payphone to hold. We're thinking about doing security cameras, air conditionings, all kinds of stuff in the future. But we want to see how initially like the walls do first, and then move on to they can already stack upwards. But we're thinking about like doing like a facade of some sort, like an in-between piece to either join the walls to make a flooring on one side, or if you're looking on the other side, or if you're making an outside setting, it'll look like that gray area in between the layer of bricks to pop out. But yeah, well, I'm printing out the other one right now just to see how big the changes are. And I can kind of show you something that I printed out to help me. Give me 1 second. Hold on, I got a little visitor here. Hold on, what's up? Might be in my playroom. If not, the ladder should be good.
I can edit this out of the audio podcast. Having kids is fun.
I was actually showing the chat this earlier. So what this is a thickness test that I ran. And it shows the different thicknesses. You can kind of see that I've made this by a 64th up. And essentially, the wall is about this thick right now. And I'm upping it to this one. And I wish I could. Oh, there you go.
Interesting.
So what I can show you is a flashlight. You can see that the bleed stops around the 30 seconds. That's what the thickness will be. And what I did was we use these magnetic pegs with the N52 embedded. And let's say you're doing like a phone on the other side, and this will allow you to, at least for me, to test putting that to there. You want to make sure like there's no wiggle, it's not going to fall, right? So that way when you're attaching it to the wall, it should be fine. The maximum thickness of the wall will probably be a 1/16 in some instances, and you should still get a nice hold on that side because the magnet is so thick, or so strong, I'm sorry. But once you start getting to like the 1/8 range, it starts losing some of its strength. It still holds, but then you can see as I shake it, it's not as good to hold up. So always test your shit. So the wall thickness, the minimum wall thickness will be 1/32, and in some areas of the wall, depending on where the peg lands, it should be a 1/16. But you should have no problem attaching anything to it, as shown right here.
And you can find all of that at I don't have.
No, it's not up yet. You didn't release
I know that.
Yet.
Yes, I know that. It doesn't matter. I wasn't ready anyway.
Dan?
Yeah?
I'm going to feed you to a bear next week.
No, you just let me be the producer. I was just trying to do this, and it still brought up the wrong one. That one! 𝗀𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗁.com for everything that's released when it is finished and perfected. You go there, and it is perfected. A manufacturer that cares, actually.
Thank you so much.
I try. Let me do my magic. Professional. What? I don't know.
So I try to keep version control of the walls. Any instances that I change. This is version 5. So we went from a hex hole to an octagon hole. We kept on changing the width limits, but as with the recession went for the in between the bricks and the patterns, that's when we ran into that issue. But now everything's taken care of. I'm printing the prototype of the next one right now to test out. Should be fun. Also, let me see if I can share this real quick. Understand.
Yeah, I shut mine off, so you should be able to get right in there.
Let's go to my Instagram real quick. Here you can kind of see the issue that I'm talking about. It's a very small image, but if you look at this area right here, I don't know if my mouse is showing. It is open. So I had a 64th of gap right there that I could play with to enhance the thickness of the wall. It was already a 64th, but so now it's a 32nd. So it should be just thick enough to not mess up, which is fantastic. And let me see what else I got here.
our chat names on the fucking screen.
Dude, you might want to you're sharing everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, everything's on there, man.
So I also created a paint paddle, which is a really weird thing to say, but it's essentially something that
a paint paddle.
encompasses the wall. So it clips into the paddle and it covers this area, It has a handle right here, so you can be able to paint it without getting paint on the top and sides or the back of it. So that should be really good too. Nice clean paint job. Make things easier.
Kind of like what the heck were those things called that a painter would hold in the one hand and take paint off of?
Palette.
It is a palette.
Yeah.
Or palette. I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking. I couldn't remember the correct name for it. Got it.
So fucking dumb.
Jesus Christ.
Does that joke carry over onto the podcast or not?
I think it stretches everywhere at this point. Even if not, it's still funny to you and me. So it gives.
Oh man.
It'll eventually someone will go, he's really mean, and then we'll have to explain it. So.
Yeah, but they're just an idiot.
Yeah, they're just you're the idiot. Hey, you don't make fun of him like that. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to Matt like that. What the hell's going on here? Nobody watches. I'm just trying to keep it.
New York Comic Con
website I never knew went to. I'm just trying to I'm trying to gauge when the conversation ends, so you just keep it flowing. That's why.
I mean, honestly, the San Diego Comic-Con episode was so chaotic. I'm fine with just jumping into it.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're going to
go over.
So much, we missed it, and we had to do it the following week to go over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have two websites up. There's one thing we're not going to miss.
The thing we're going over now?
Yes, exactly. The thing we're going over now. Doc Nocturnal's car.
What is it called? I forget what it's called already.
The Land Reaper.
That's it.
There's one whole picture.
That's awesome.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, Mezco does that. They'll drop one picture. And then
no, Mezco put multiple pictures up.
Hello.
But unfortunately, you can see all of my shit as well. So let me try that again. Here it is. There we go. Hey, we're figuring it out.
My gourd.
This will go through. So basically, Toy News Newsy just took a screenshot from that one thing. So here's the whole working winch, not a wench. It's not a woman on the car. Sorry.
Yeah, this
real rubber tires.
It's a big deal because like plastic tires kind of look like shit, and they feel
they look like
definitely feel shitty.
They look
this. I had a feeling that they were going to be putting this out for a while. Like I knew it was going to eventually get released. I was confident in that. I'm surprised it's the first vehicle that they're doing, but either way, I'm glad. I'm excited for it. I think it looks really cool. It has cool designs on it. I'm kind of excited for all the little hidden features that they have because stuff like that is always fun.
The first comment, good God, stop, you're killing me.
It's a bit dramatic, sir.
I mean, seriously, how much do you think this is going to be? 300?
That? How big is it?
It's not that big. It's probably going to be.
Better not be $300.
You think it'll be?
I don't know. You know what? I take that back because I don't know what this is worth.
You think it'll be like 10 inches long, 12 inches?
Nah. It looks like it's barely a foot.
I was saying about that big.
Yeah.
Well, a 6-inch figure is going to fit in that seat.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really big. So
it's also not wide.
No, like it's
only a 1 seat.
Pretty compact.
You know what?
150?
It'll be
hidden machine gun pops up from hood.
Yeah, like there are a lot of
this size.
Lights and sounds. Oh, this is gonna be $200.
Maybe, Dan. That's small though. This is a 112.
A little longer.
What size is that? That's like a 5-inch figure in it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a little bit longer and a bit taller, and with lights and sounds, not above 200, 250. I guess.
No.
But is it all this necessary? Like rubber tires? Do we really need that?
Yes.
Do we need lights and sounds?
Sounds.
Are you serious?
No. Sounds no. Lights.
Are you serious?
Sure.
You know me. I'm more like make my vehicle simple.
I feel like lights are cool because then you have even more options for like pictures and stuff like that. Like you could play around more with dynamic lighting and fog and everything if you have something that lights up. But like sounds means nothing to me, especially from something that doesn't have an annoying horn or siren.
Hey, question, Matt. Do you remember how much the Haslab was for the original Sentinel?
I can tell you. Give me a minute. Yeah, that's the annoying siren I was talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I forgot. The buttons are different on each one of them. I don't ever.
Are you guys invested in Nocturnal enough to get that?
Well, no, I'm not. But I was about. What I was about to ask as I go through puberty for the 8th. What is it? How popular is that? What is that worth to others? Because I don't care. It's a cool looking car, but not for $250 gosh damn dollar.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is a pass for me.
Oh, I'm getting it. I'm a psychopath, man.
Yeah. So.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Maybe your investment in Joy Toys 40K.
You shut your mouth.
Wow. Hey, the lights are still going.
I bought one and then I bought the entire set.
I bought 50 of them. Let's get this.
Okay. You guys.
Calm down. It was 20. But still.
Let's get this out of the way because I can't contain.
Why can't I not find? They have all these other ones, but they don't have the stupid fucking Sentinel up here.
So Haslab's announced, I guess technically it's the anniversary edition of a 2-for-1. And the more I think about it, the more I'm intrigued by how they're doing this. It is a Haslab Ecto-1, but if you buy the base model, you get the Ecto-1. If you get the deluxe edition, you get a 2-for, as they say in Canada.
It's also a better deal because you get all the characters with it too.
Yeah, and you get that for $60 extra.
Yeah, it's 75, but still,
whatever.
Like,
I know.
It's such an insanely better deal. And then yesterday, when Dan and I were getting wins on Fortnite, I brought up the point that, well, maybe the fact is they put out 2 of them so you could buy your deluxe one for $4, convert it to the Ecto 1A, and then you could buy just the vehicle for a bit cheaper if you need to have the 1 and the 1A.
Sure.
Sitting at yourself at the same time.
So how does this work again? So you opt into the Haslab, and then at what point do you decide you want the deluxe or not? And how does that work?
Right away.
When you right away, you got to decide.
Yeah. So like, they're the 2 descriptions. You just scroll down to the bottom and you accept the terms and agreements for one you want it back. And then the button turns blue, and then so like right there you click I agree to the terms of service, and then that little thing highlights, and then you can click and then proceed to back it.
And they list and they're very, very, this is very thorough. They're very thorough about if you want the 324, you're getting, which is still an amazing vehicle. You're getting the Ecto 1 with lights and sounds. It does have sounds confirmed. Little LEDs that make it look like the spinning lights, which is a big get for me. And you're getting the Gray Lady, the Library Ghosts, and the Spud Slimer, and a gurney. You're also getting a book and a library thingy. I don't know what the hell that is.
Stack of books.
I guess it's a stack, and that's for $324. However, for $399, you're getting all that. You're getting an extra roof rack right there. You can see the Ecto 1 roof rack, the Ecto 1A roof rack, the extra hubcaps. Yes, the wheels are different. Everything with the base model, and you're getting the 4 Ghostbusters from Ghostbusters 2 with the charcoal unis. You're getting 4 proton packs, 2 slime blowers. And if you hit 2 weeks, the number of 2 weeks we're getting. Hold on, I'm getting to it. We're getting. By the way, that's how fucking big they are. It's amazing. You're getting Lewis, which I was trying to scroll down to. Where is he? There he is. You're getting Lewis at the end of Ghostbusters 2, which is phenomenal because he doesn't have many action figures. It's actually very sad. I do have a Lewis, actually. It's technically not Rick, but I do have one. I have the original Real Ghostbusters Lewis Tully figure in my. Still, I'm very proud of that. He did become a character. To answer your question, he did become a character in the later seasons. He was on the show. But what I love about this so much is you're getting all of this plus.
You mean the Ghostbusters hot beverage thermal mug and free balloons for the kids?
Right there. Right in the middle. That's a bit. It's the little things. And that was like, it's not that I wasn't like already like, yes, I need this. all of the molds, I also found out, are brand new. Matt. These have not been released.
Oh, really? That's
All-
pretty cool.
All the face molds and the figures are brand new and have been signed off by the actors or the estate. They have not released these figures before, meaning we have not gotten Egon with that shit-eating grin before, where he goes Egon and he has a smile.
Sorry, I was going through my Hasbro purchase history. The Sentinel was $350 when it came out. Yeah, I didn't think it was that high. So this new one being half of the price is pretty cool.
I am gonna pose Egon with that, and I'm giving Pete the toaster. This is so Ghostbusters 2. The other big deal for me is Ghostbusters 2 is not really well represented.
I thought you meant you were giving Pete the toaster, but you meant
no Venkman.
You meant Venkman.
Pete Venkman. Not I'm not giving Pete a toaster. If I buy 2, I might give him a toaster.
Dude,
Totally looking forward to that toaster.
You met him after you got married, dude. Suck it up.
Trying to make mini toast.
No, sorry.
Come with a mini
People were talking about it not meeting 1,000 backers a day. It's been up for 2 days. It's at 5,084.
Yeah, and I would like to get. I want any type of Haslab thing. I want all the promotional shit, additional tiers, and everything we could get. This doesn't have tiers, and they probably did that smartly. I like the idea of getting more bang for your buck, but because they're doing 2 different models, it makes sense that they're only.
I mean, that's pretty much too bad. And the way they've explained it. Also, a little note for the Ecto 1A, the dot matrix, which they tried to miniaturize and they just couldn't, so they decided not to try to half-ass it. And they made 7 different slides that you can put in that have different words or different states. So one of them has the whole word. Some looks like they're in the middle of changing. Some have the for hire and the number on it. I thought that was clever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely nice. That's a nice addition. Do they all come with the surfboards?
The what? What are you talking about?
The stands that they're on.
Oh, that's what I was. So you just mentioned stands at the beginning about the Sentinel. I'm like, we're not getting those stands, are we? That's just for this friggin' display.
Yeah, no, those.
You're getting Ray, aren't you?
Damn it.
I guess they're skateboards, but whatever.
Yeah, well, same difference. But I'm gonna need
crazy there.
You done it. I'm gonna need the stands from I'm gonna need Pete to make me some stands for my Ghostbusters because
you know it'd be really cool if they did a 𝗀𝗲𝗄 figure.
But you're getting Ray.
I'm getting all of them. What are you talking about?
Isn't that all the stands you need?
Nice. Very good. Great stance. And you know what? That's a clip. I'm gonna clip that one. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Just for that.
Now I feel like a dad. Like I just won an award.
It was definitely a dad joke.
Yeah, thank you.
I heard you go for it twice, and I was trying to keep going, and I was like, oh, I realize what he's doing. So I obviously can't overemphasize how they bought the Twinkies, by the way, to compare the size. I thought that was very funny. I can't overemphasize how happy I am.
So elaborate Ghost in the cake figure?
Say, come again? Was that no, we're not doing 2. Okay. Kate says, I can't tell if this is still live because I'm a boomer who doesn't understand how Facebook Live videos actually work, but those are snowboards. We're live.
Snowboards have wheels.
That's a great point, actually.
That is actually a really great point. All right. Kate, you got it.
That's what I get.
That's what
I get.
That is what you get. That's very funny.
There's water everywhere.
Look, as a non-Ghostbusters fan, as somebody appreciates the property,
oh fuck,
I think that's well worth the money.
Where?
I have no words. Like, I'm trying to hold back. When it was announced, when the leak came out the day before, when I was posting to you guys going, oh my God, holy shit. I was running like I didn't have any knee problems back and forth between this room and the master bedroom while Kelly was stretching out, going, Kelly, put your, look, tip, hot, 2 of them, bit. And she's like, Merry Christmas. It's like, thank you. That's all I needed to hear. That was it.
Oh.
So how do you feel about it? You're definitely getting 2, or what's?
You talking to me or Matt?
You.
I'm getting 3. I'm going to convert one to the 2016 version.
That's a whole different chassis, you schmuck.
No, you can't.
What was my next question? Are those are stickers or those like clings?
They are decal clings, apparently.
Oh, they're clings?
So they're interchangeable.
Clings.
Oh, that's awesome. Good.
Which is why I'm on the fence, which goes back to the question you asked first. I don't think so, because the way they explained it, it should be fairly easy to take them off the car, put them back on the paper, the
thing, yeah.
the piece of paper they come on, and switch them out depending on what you want to display and when.
That makes sense, because if
they made it.
It's a one time.
Yeah, no, they're calling them decals, but I confirmed they're not the decals that you dump in water and put on a model and they're permanent. These are clings, is a good word for it.
How'd you confirm that?
I watched like 17 fucking videos. But
who's your source? Tell me.
My source is Ghostbusters News. Yes, we have some, and I forgot the last one. If you give me a second, I'll tell you.
That's pretty awesome. I'm glad they're doing that.
Explorers.
They're also confirming, for anyone who pre-ordered it or backed it, they're also confirming addresses for the PKE meter and the ghost trap. So go make sure that your addresses are correct on Hasbro Pulse if you have those pre-ordered.
However, I already checked because I did this order yesterday or the day before, so I already knew the address was correct. So that means we're getting our trap and our PKE.
I like that they do that, but I'm like, you sent 3 emails to do it. Like, just ship out my product already.
You want to make sure, man. There's.
I know. Dude. I know I'm in the wrong here. I'm just like, it just took so long for, like, Ant-Man still hasn't shipped. The Chopper, for those who have backed the G.I. Joe Chopper, the Dragonfly, that's shipping out really soon. Yeah.
I really hope they do a Joe jet, if there is one.
Oh, it's the one that they're doing. I didn't back that one.
Yeah.
They did a Joe plane.
A jet, though.
What is the one they released?
Wasn't the helicopter?
No, that's the Dragonfly. There's another plane that they released.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Get with the times, man. I need another bottle of water because half of it's on my floor.
Cobra Rattler. Assault copter.
You're like the Gallagher of this show. Only you're funny.
You want to see me smash some fruit?
Only you're funny. He's not. I got warrants.
Black Gallagher.
My brother went as Gallagher for Halloween one year, actually.
That is still one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen, Pete, is when he just says, we don't do watermelons here, and he just shoots it. It just blows the guy away in the front row, and he just runs back and forth. I got warrants.
This might be not a surprise to our Facebook user comment, but I spend a lot of money on product as well.
Low-key jealous of all the cool things that you have spent your money on hanging out in your background. If I showed what I spend money on, it would just make it would just look like a dirty pile of clothes with a disturbed number of lotions scattered about. Who is that?
We know who that is.
Do I? Is it the same person?
I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
Let me look this. Let me go to Facebook and look at this. Hold on.
Well, let's not make a big thing out of it.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I just want to know who the hell it was.
So all the announcements at Comic-Con, where do we jump off next?
Dan, Pete, you trying to like stay on track or something like that?
Why are you yelling at me? He did it.
I'm saying the wrong names, Phil. Calm down.
Well, stop. All right, Betty.
Betty Grable.
Betty Grable. Son of a bitch. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Oh. Pete, we're not look. Well, I mean, we can talk about that while we're waiting for Dan.
See, I
to
was
get his
ready,
shit
but yeah,
together.
you take it over.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Mario.
Do your thing, chicken wing.
It's me, I'm Mario.
I already did that. I already did that. Oh, why? You said before the show I needed a tissue, and then you didn't do anything.
Oh, I was talking about the ecto.
Oh. No, I
needed the tissues. I dumped half a bottle of water on my face.
Like I said, I already had one. It was
most of it absorbed into your shirt. The Shadow Moses shirt is very absorbent.
Sticker mule, thanks.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, oh, thanks, sticker mule.
Well, at least he's good for something.
Can I buy the movie for free?
We can hear all of that.
You just hear the soft whisper.
I've heard all of that. Anyway.
So yeah, this guy, what is his name? Alistair. He's Alistair
Green.
So this is definitely part of the Gangrene Estates. Figures, Pete, mute yourself, please. It's definitely part of the Gangrene gang from the Gangrene Estates. So this is in line with the Sod Cutter, the Theodore Sod Cutter figure. I wish we could get like a better picture of him, but right now he looks kind of like a hunchback ghoul type figure. I like that he has this crazy looking mace weapon. That's kind of cool. But otherwise, yeah, not much to know about this guy yet.
Yeah, there's no detail anywhere.
What do you think that is like underneath his hand? Claws? Something hanging? Oh, maybe they're fangs or something. Like he has.
I was gonna say those are animal fangs.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Craven type thing, and he has like all the
notch. I want to see what his face looks like.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, this is a good teaser in all honesty because it's raising interest, and I'm curious to see more about this figure. Probably one that I'll pass on. I don't have Theodore Sod Cutter. I had him and sold him because I thought he just didn't fit in with my collection. Although part of me wishes I kept him because he would go well with Pennywise, but otherwise, like, yeah. I didn't really need him. But yeah, this was.
I'm assuming this is
This is an independent product. This is an independent character. Yeah, they have Theodore Sod Cutter and then all these little little green ghouls, buddy, for their Gangrene Estates, and then this is the new character.
I wish they would put those little green ghouls back up.
What do you mean?
Because they have little glow in the dark figure of the ghouls or the goblins or whatever they were that you could buy. It was like a 12-pack or something like that. This I laughed when I saw, but like I laughed in appreciation because it's hilarious. Like it's so good. I love it so much. I want.
What is
who is Gomez's like nemesis? We have the Death Brokers, but like who is it?
Is there something established?
I thought it was the White Skull agent.
I thought White Skull was a good guy.
Well, who's Crab Louie then?
Crab Louie is like a Doc Nocturnal villain. But I think that, I mean, they all fit into the same universe. I think that Baron Benz, because there's a new Baron Benz figure coming out, I think Baron Benz works he's like the Aquaman, and then Doc Nocturnal is like your Van Helsing type. And they live in the same Mezco universe. Yeah, there's Crab Louie and the Decapod gang, which thanks for fucking making 7 of those figures to sell.
Because he's going to buy 18 of them.
I would like to have 2 or a chance to buy 2, but, you know, they sell out in 15 minutes because you guys are professionals.
It's always the way, man. Can't buy a damn thing anymore.
So stupid. Well, you can buy things, but when the website doesn't work, you really can't. But Crab Louie, I'm surprised that Crab Louie was like formally announced as a Doc Nocturnal enemy and not Baron Benz, but maybe they're just trying to broach or bring the universes closer. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a crossover event.
Like what? But where is the events? Are these comics or cartoons somewhere? Or They can't be cartoons. You wouldn't be watching them.
Well, I more so mean like because they'll do like YouTube videos when they announce new figures. Like the re-release of Dr. Nocturnal got a YouTube video that's like all in stop motion, and the Decapod
cool.
gang kind of had bits from that, and then I don't remember if there were other stop motion scenes or if they just used like different pictures and like a narrated slideshow kind of thing to kind of advertise them. But they do, a lot of the figures do actually come with comics that show either like part of their history or just like adventures that they're on. Like the original Dr. Nocturnal figure came, Doc Nocturnal, I'm just getting tired of saying it. He came with a comic that showed like 3 little mini adventures that he went on. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. They have like their Mezco verse kind of established because Void Cadet Gomez came with his thing. Alumu Rook came with his thing. This is a character that was first seen in the Doc Nocturnal comic, and now he's gonna be a real figure. Like,
I love this shit.
I think it's so funny.
I love this. Like I'm not upset by any of it. Like I don't know what's going
bothered
on
by it.
here.
I think it's funny.
I don't know what's going on here, but he's kicking the shit out of that mummy. Excuse me.
So I just found the White Skull agents on Mezco, and it to me it sounds like he was like Trevelyan to Bond.
Who is that?
Goldeneye. So he was like the predecessor to James Bond, who they were buddies, and then he died, and he ended up being the villain for the movie.
Died.
Kind of like what's his face in well, you could say Mission Impossible 5, and then you could also say how about the first Mission Impossible? Wasn't it his captain or something? That John
was
Voight.
Yeah.
They're dead, Claire. They're all dead.
Jim Phelps. Jim Phelps is portrayed by John Voight, but it was the.
Did I say Vince Vaughn?
No, you said John Voight.
Okay. Sorry.
God, I hope not. That is not the same person.
I know.
He is the character from the original series that was portrayed by, God damn it, it's a reference in Mystery Science Theater. Peter Graves. Peter Graves played the original. It was Peter Graves and Walter Matthau, not Walter Matthau.
Jack Lemmon.
No, stop. God
I
damn
figured it was a grumpy old man.
Yeah, no, it's fucking totally. I had it there, and when you hear the actor's name, you're gonna be like, I get why you mix those up.
Burgess Meredith.
No, Martin Landau. Shut up.
Oh.
God damn it. Anyway, Jim Phelps was portrayed by Peter Graves, and when that movie came out, he denounced it because through the entire series, which is like 6 seasons, 7, he's a good guy. He's Ethan. He's Ethan Hunt, like loyal and integrity. And then the movie, they're just like, nah, he's a piece of garbage. He turned on everybody, and he was like, wait, what?
I can understand why that upset somebody.
Yeah, I get it totally.
But also, like, calm down. It's not the 18 movie, which I love.
You're right. It's better.
I can actually understand why you confuse him with Walter Matthau, because they both have Steven Tyler shark mouths.
Well, it was but it was more the name was kind of similar. Matthau Landau.
Yeah.
That's what my brain was like. Walter Matthau. No, that's not what I mean. And they both kind of like, I hate you, Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace is an excellent movie. Anyway, I think this Doc Nocturnal stuff is cool. I'm not going to participate, but I like seeing this other stuff be successful, because you're in this world. We're in this world about, they're rebooting this and they can't come up with an original idea and this, that. Right here is stuff you're seeing nowhere else. There's no excuse. you have something.
They do a good job for the most part.
They look great. They look like they belong in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, except when like Greep Goblin can't do an ab crunch or like Robin's too tall.
Hey, you know what though? Green Goblin never does a crunch in any of the comics.
How do you know he doesn't just sit up in his off time?
I said in the comics. We don't know what happens between the frames, but in the comics, there's never him like, doing my routine to kill Peter Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
I wish more people watch this podcast so they could be like, no, he totally fucking does ab crunches.
We're gonna get you asshole. Yeah. He does an ab crunch in
1977. This version.
1977. Right there. Panel 4. He's doing an ab crunch. You asshole.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that.
I was moving on to the next thing. I was on Toy Arc and I went to the 𝗖𝗆 Star Trek announcement. And I was very curious. This won't mean shit to you, I guess.
Who's doing these?
𝗖𝗆? 𝗖𝗆? I'm assuming it's 𝗖𝗆.
Well, I think they're all going to die because they're wearing red, right?
That's not wrong show. Wrong show. However, he does die. That's why I was curious. That's Montgomery Scott's nephew, Scotty's nephew in Star Trek 2. And he dies in 10 minutes of appearance time.
Well,
yeah.
Scotty doesn't know, so.
Is he going to do the worm?
No, we got two Scotty things. We got to focus here. Scott, the Scottish guy, the Irish guy. Everybody who's Scottish wants to kill me now.
I need more power.
Yeah, he stayed at his post while the trainees ran. Yeah, he stayed at where he's supposed to be and died of because Khan was shooting the shit out of his ship.
Is he the one with the lightsaber?
No, that's wrong show.
Nice.
Wrong show.
What size are these?
That I don't know.
Oh, there's also a cow figure.
Yeah, Peter.
They're also doing the Expanse. I like how Cow is shoved between two characters from the Expanse. Like, what the fuck? I thought that was Mass Effect for a second. I was like, the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what this. 𝗖𝗆 is a name I've heard a couple times, but they're starting to. Yeah, that would confuse me as well. Now I've come up on that picture. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like that's
Cowboys of 𝗵𝗂.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember them. I just heard. I knew there was going to be a Star Trek announcement by 𝗖𝗆, and I'm like, that's it.
We had some crazy shit growing up. Biker Mice from Mars, Cowboys of 𝗵𝗂,
Street Sharks,
Cat Dogs,
Toxic Avenger, the
Dino Saucers.
The fact that Toxic Avenger turned into like a cartoon and a pop culture thing after that fucking horrendous movie.
I align that with Rambo. Like, even though the movie's technically not horrendous, First Blood, that's straight up adult. That's rated R. That's a hard R.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Here's
a play set. How to make merch for the kids.
Here's a play set, and here's all these little guns with ammo boxes and guns you could put near the play set, and I had them all. Them all. I had the big fort, and I don't even remember the cartoon, but I remember those toys.
Yeah, you see a child's head get run over in that fucking movie.
Yes, but many children die in Terrifier 3.
I don't.
In 3? I haven't seen 3 yet. I finished 2 yesterday.
Spoiler alert!
I don't think 3's out yet, is it?
Yeah, I think
it movies, yeah.
I thought they were doing screenings.
No, it's out. It is out.
What's your favorite, Dan, out of the 3?
One. I like it. I don't hate these movies, but there's nothing wrong with there. It's one movie for me. It's one big movie, but I like the
simplicity of the first one.
No, not that. Nobody knows who it is or what it is. So there's still this mystery of what the fuck is going on here.
Well, the second one added that like supernatural, like heaven and hell undertone, which wasn't bad. It was
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I think I like it more now knowing that the main actor and the writer are just fucking goofballs. And it just enhances the enjoyment for me of how seriously dark this shit is. Even though there's goofy, like he jumped immediately from terrifying to Freddy Krueger comedy gore in one movie. And I would argue that the first two, even the third Nightmare on Elm Street is still, there's still an element of like, holy shit. And then it just gets silly. This is silly, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem, especially when the children are getting it. Whoops. It's like
what I was also going to say was the
happens.
First couple of issues of the Ninja Turtles comic was supposed to be for adults too.
Really?
And then they twisted that property into a child's property when they did the Playmates deal.
I will be honest. I have very vivid memories of that first movie coming out and then the cartoon series, the first one. And somewhere in between the two, my mom picked up, are we calling it a compendium of Turtles? Yeah, but it wasn't as thick. It was like a volume 1.
Oh, okay.
And I remember at first having it going,
oh, you mean it was like a trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just going, this isn't black and white, and I don't like any of this. This is too serious. I hate this. But I kept it. And when I got older and I revisited, I'm like, I should have read these comics.
I actually just bought the first 3 trades of New 52 Batgirl. So I could, because I kind of want to reread the New 52 Batman, because I never finished it. I think I got as far as the 8th trade where Bloom comes into play. But the third trade in that is Death of the Family, and I want to read the New 52 Death of the Family stuff. Was New 52 Batman just so fucking good. But also, speaking of killing kids, I love in Dead Space 2 when they finally introduce like child enemies. They're literally just small little creatures with these crazy claws, and you just blast the hell out of them.
Blow them away.
So like the first one has basically just babies and then adults. The babies climb on walls and have these 3 tentacles that come out, and then they can shoot barbs at you, or they jump on your face and then they stab at you. The second one,
game now.
Dead Space is so good, dude. The second one has the children, which basically just bum rush you. They're just come in like waves. But there's a new version of baby enemies where they're basically infants, but they explode, so they just crawl at you.
Nice.
What's great is you can use your plasma cutter to blow their head off, so that you can use telekinesis to pick up their body and then launch it at other enemies like a bomb. And it's so good. Oh, Dead Space 2 needs a remake, and then they need to make a 4th game. Or they could remake the 3rd and just pretend the original 3rd never happened, because the 3rd game's not fun. But yeah, speaking of Turtles, this is actually a pretty cool re-release, because I remember when one of the first Revoltech figures you got was their Ninja Turtles line. And it's cool to see NECA doing these, because these will definitely scale better with your they were weird too.
The most terrifying baby enemies in a game for me was ones from the original Silent Hill. That was
I vaguely remember those. I know they just remade Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, looks good. I just like Teen. I know Pete's gonna kill me for this comparison. Just like Teen Titans Go, I was a fan. I was a fan of the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, didn't you like it?
Huh? I told the story before. I was not a fan at first because I hated the animation style. And I tried to watch the first episode. I think I got 5-10 minutes in and I hated it. And then I watched it again 2 years ago. And I loved it. It was an open love letter to all the fans from any era, and they paid homage in so many aspects. They did an episode that paid homage, or they did a whole season paid homage to the movie when they went back to the house after their first defeat from Shredder, which ended up being like a horror storyline, which is kind of weird. The first joke that they make, Michelangelo was talking about getting his first tattoo. He's like, man, I would love to get a tattoo of my face on my face. And when he does that, they did like an overlay of the original 1980s turtle on his current body. And I thought it was hilarious. But as you keep on watching, it just becomes like this bizarre trip of like Michelangelo is like overpowered in Dimension X because he's so like feng shui with his thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's a fun ride. Like that's Ice Cream Kitty. It's such a weird.
The show was so good. I enjoyed it
really good.
so much. And
they did a very clever way of retelling the Turtles without disrespecting the story, but making it better in certain aspects. Like 𝗀𝗃 was originally Splinter's daughter, and Shredder, basically, when he killed his wife, he assumed that his daughter was dead as well, but ended up raising her as 𝗀𝗃, which was fucking great. Awesome twist. Yeah, it was really good. They went a little off the rails when Shredder turned into like that bone monster, but that was still really good. I think they killed Splinter in one of the seasons, and he was perma dead moving forward.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
Yeah.
Hey kids, you know the dad? He's gone.
He's gone.
Just like your dad will be in life. You know.
Yeah, it was good.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up to do to children.
So
there's a lot of. I'm sorry, Matt.
I think they look cool. I don't understand what the one Michelangelo head is. It looks like it was ripped out of like fuck, what is that show? The one that's smiling. The one that's
the one on
the
his
actual
head.
body.
Oh,
he's stimulated.
Yeah.
That
it looks like it's from the show. It looks like it came out of Bubblegum. The show Bubblegum.
It's basically whenever they have like extreme emotions in the show, they go like full anime on it. And like when they're getting ready to fight, the eyes turn white. When they're not, they have like the pupils in the eyes and stuff in place. And like they get really animated in certain parts. Like if Michelangelo's super excited, he'll make that face. I
figured it was kind of a joke. Yeah.
Yeah. It really
see,
it's so good.
That's why I compared that to Teen Titans Go, because as much flack as it got, it didn't take itself seriously, but it did. Okay. And I don't know how else to put that into word. Like the presentation was very serious. It's like the band Ghost. That's a fucking joke. But the presentation, the art, the thought that goes behind that part of it is very serious. But the story, it's a joke, guys.
Well, they went hard on the Utrum race being a race and not just Krang, which was really good.
Yes, I do remember that. I gotta rewatch this whole fucking thing.
Yeah. It's a good show. It really is. Like at first, I was super hesitant watching it, but I really enjoyed it.
Let us know when you rewatch it in 5 years, Dan.
7. I'll probably watch that before Daredevil.
Probably because you're a dick.
Yes, I am. Well, big dick. When I wake up in the morning, I think, what am I going to watch today? I have to make sure it's going to delay what'll make Matt happy. That's foremost on my mind.
But you don't realize that watching Daredevil will make you happy.
I just noticed you got the sports streams to stop. That's pretty cool.
Yes, I have to go on every time before we do the show and one by one turn them off.
What a pain.
And then when we're done this podcast, turn them back on again. And I do it for you.
Well, good, because that has nothing to do with the content of this show.
I don't give a fuck.
It's dumb that it's dumb that it's that tedious.
It is.
That's really the problem. Is it's not like a all or none.
There is. I spent 10 minutes on the site 2 days ago going, there's got to be an all on off button. Nope. Not that one.
That's dumb.
Gotta go to hockey. Now, to be fair, there's unselect all. So I got to go. But you got to go to hockey, NHL, unselect. ECHL, unselect. AHL, unselect.
Maybe they don't realize that there are psychos like you doing
like me.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, which sucks because for
we can have a master switch. Surely there's no need for that.
Where's the part of
Okay.
the show when
Also,
you guys
don't
eat
call me
Tide
Shirley.
Pods?
What?
No, where's the one part of the show when we eat Tide Pods? That's what the podcast is, right? No. I haven't eaten a Tide Pod since I was 30. Thank you.
I haven't eaten a Pied Todd since I was 30.
Pie Todd. I corrected it before I even said it, you son of a bitch.
I wasn't doing that to make fun of you. I just wanted to do some wordplay.
Yeah. Who the hell's that?
That's Wonder Woman.
No, I know it's Wonder Woman. Is it supposed to be?
I don't know if they're going for a specific likeness there.
They're going for Batman versus Superman.
Well, then they failed.
They failed. Okay, I just want
Because that does not look like Gal Gadot.
like
I am interested in seeing the armored
I-
Batman in person.
McFarlane.
What?
It's McFarlane.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised. I don't think they've done a version of that Doomsday as a figure.
No, I haven't seen it.
I
No,
don't
because
remember.
because God only knows what they had planned, and everybody's like, "This sucks." Never mind.
I mean, I'll give them credit. I don't like the way that they just reuse the dead Zod because I actually like Doomsday. But like,
I'll give you that. Sure.
but yeah, I think
I just hate that Zod was dead because I like Michael Shannon so much in that role.
there's an interview that the Flash movie was such a mess, and there's an interview where Michael Shannon where he was like, "Yeah,
Did they cut him? Did they fucking cut him?
no, he's in it," but like he was
Oh.
annoyed by the whole thing because like he was in it for literally 4 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, he was in it much longer than that. At least I feel he was. I don't know.
However, me knowing that makes me want to see it now more than I did before because I still haven't seen that movie.
I haven't.
Because I'm like, fuck Ezra Miller. It's like,
Well, I also think the director that did it sucks.
I don't even know.
It's the guy who did It the remake of It parts 1 and 2.
Oh, well, I like that.
I was gonna say I liked those.
The more I think about him, the less I like them.
Oh, what's that feel like?
Normal for me.
I'm trying to think. Like, I didn't like the humorous aspect of it. I don't like Ezra Miller at all.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, them being involved does not help the cause.
Just say him. No.
But he's not.
Them?
He's they. That's rude.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but they assault people and get away with it.
They are an asshole, but they also like. I'm not going to be transphobic because of one they.
True. Yeah. Well, my complaint with the movie had to do more with like its. I don't know. Its tone was a little weird. I like what they did with Supergirl. I'm not a big fan of like how they, I don't know, killed Keaton.
What? Oh, I'm not mad at you. That's shocking.
You didn't see the movie?
No, I haven't seen it. I just said I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Welcome to the
No, I'm
podcast,
not-
people. We don't listen to each other.
No. I'm not. The movie's like, oh my god, it's only a year old. Fuck you, Pete. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen it, but I didn't even think that was a possibility. But I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it was.
Does he save his daddy? Does daddy come back?
No, it's his mom that he was trying to
Dr.
save.
Manhattan from.
Oh, and he ended up being his own villain, which was interesting.
Now I kind of now I'm gonna have to kind of want to see it now. But I'll ask Pete what I asked you when Pete walked away. Who's that supposed to be?
Gal Gadot.
Is that what Gal Gadot looks like?
With the bent sword, yeah.
The sword.
I wasn't even looking at the sword. I'm looking at that.
You know who it looks like? It looks like the middle-aged sister from Seventh Heaven.
Isn't that movie with the father with the diddler?
It was the show with the father who was the priest, and then he was later a diddler, Stephen Collins.
Yeah, he was also in. He's the hero in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
He's also in Seventh Heaven as their real dad.
If I succeed.
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, that's not good. That's Gal Gadot, and that is whatever that is. That's Gal Gadot. No,
That's Gal Gadot.
Is this McFarlane?
Yep.
Yeah. What a guess.
Who else would it be?
I don't know. Aren't we getting away from like pinless, or like are we getting away from pins? Like
No. McFarlane loves pins.
I thought you hated articulation.
He loves pissing me off.
I thought he hated articulation. Is that what you said?
By the way, just stop that sentence. I thought he hated art.
Nah, man. Like, look.
I won't go that far.
That's not a good mold.
Yeah.
No, that's. But also, Todd didn't go to the place and sign off on it.
How do you know? How do you know he didn't go? Yep, like that one.
Because he'd be like, another fucking woman figure. What are you fucking doing?
Good point. Not bad. Sorry. I thought we were talking about Zack Snyder for a second.
He was just being realistic, man. Like he's just saying, like women figures don't sell as good as the men ones. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. That's a business insight.
So you do have a problem with it. You
You
said you don't think there's nothing wrong.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with his statement. I think it got taken out of context a lot.
It did.
Yeah.
But also, like, I watched that video and I was like, you're not really coming off the best right now.
Yeah.
I get the sentiment. It's the same reason they
don't
don't make a lot of villain figures, because villains don't sell as well. Well, you know what? I wish companies would get over it and make some fucking elites and jackals and grunts and more villains. Like, it'd be cool.
Yeah. One of my favorite.
Otherwise, you just have a bunch of 𝗀𝗲𝗆 standing on a shelf, just sitting there and doing fucking nothing. Like,
oh, that hurt.
I was gonna say one of my favorite female characters probably has to be Scarlet Witch, off of her House of M arc. So whatever figures you got of her, I'm buying it. And then Black Widow is probably my close second. And when they do the black suit, they do the white suit, they do the gray suit. I got all three of them. I loved them. So, I mean, please give me more women figures. Villains, on top of that, the more iconic, the better. I don't care for like your B villains.
yeah, I mean, I will say Legends is really good about giving us villains.
Like Condiment Man, like you can keep that one.
Can we get 𝗂𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗍?
Oh yeah, the guy that can't say his own name. Or something.
Yeah, that guy.
I was gonna say, Dan, if you're having a stroke, turn off your camera and get killed.
No, 𝗂𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆. That's how you say that name, you son of a bitch.
I don't know who is that.
He was in an episode of The Flash, wasn't he? Like
He was in the episode. I don't even know how to spell it to look it up to show you.
So is the Pied Piper. And
𝗀𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆.
they destroy his gauntlets by using a frequency that turns him to dust. Like, fucking stupid.
I don't. Yeah, what I just spelled did not bring up that character. It's a Batman villain.
Mr. MXYZPTLK.
ZPTLK.
Okay, here we go.
There he is. There he is, Mr. 𝗀𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆.
Yeah, we
How do you
could.
say that
You see,
name?
this is a great example of a figure we don't need to see ever again.
No, I don't think they really tried to make him a thing. And,
He's like,
and
how
it was
the
like,
fuck?
no, I'm not accepting that one. No.
Well, here's a question. What's a character that didn't deserve the rise, but they did him so well that they earned the spot?
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man?
That's actually, you know what? I'll see that and raise you. Kite Man has his own show on HBO. I haven't watched it, but he has his own animated series.
Is that not what we call him in the Suicide Squad movie? Polka Dot Man?
No, you're right.
Him, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Who's Milton? He's been with us the whole fucking time. That's a good movie, man.
Yeah, so much better than the original. Like,
Listen, I like the original. It's so much better than the original, and I like that movie. That's how good that movie is.
like that's the problem. Like James Gunn can do good things, but then like he'll put out Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and you're like, why are we giving this guy money?
To be fair, the first one was good. The third one was great. The holiday special was decent.
Both of you in the ass, raw.
Are you going to say the second one's the best one? Because I will hold your head.
I didn't say it was the best one. I love that movie.
Until you change your mind.
Dan, produce yourself to a muted mic and dead camera.
Love that movie, man.
Oh, I have something in my nose too. Oh, woo! It was really up there.
I just have to fix my glasses to do my bitch.
I think it was
another bottle of water.
It was the fight scene for me with him and Kurt Russell that kind of lost me.
No, I'm the opposite. I was like, wow, they kind of pulled that off. I really didn't. First of all, when you find out it's ego, I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna make that work? I gotta stop cursing that much. Like I'm from Philly or something. I was like, how the heck are they gonna make that work? And I'm like, oh, all right.
This is how they did that scene. Whoa, big dramatic moment, and then a turd comes in the other side, and they clash. That's basically that fight.
And then
scene.
the emotional hit for me after that was just like another gut punch, but in a good way.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that movie.
There was a slower burn than the other two, also, so that was a little hard to swallow.
Time to settle down.
There, also the scene where Rocket has to defend the ship, and the show it leans way too much into humor, and it's like really cheap humor, and that's what annoys me too. Is like Rocket's defending the ship with all the booby traps, where all the guys get launched into the air and then they get launched again.
But they did some great things too. Like how about the Yondu death scene?
That's what I was just talking about.
Oh, I forgot he died.
The whole thing from the moment he goes, fuck you guys. From the moment he goes, he might have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy, and he puts the fucking oxygen mask on him. I lose it. I'm a puddle, and it doesn't help that they're putting Cat Stevens underneath it.
This is Dan watching the movie.
Yeah, no, it's worse. It's worse than that.
Daddy. He's his daddy.
No, it is worse than that.
You're fucking Poppins.
It's worse than that. It didn't help that the movie came out after Kelly's father died, so I hope you feel bad now.
Well, the cat's in the cradle, bud.
You know what?
Wrong guy. That's 𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗵. That's a different guy. God.
To me, it was the movie Coco.
There's so much water everywhere.
Yes, stop wasting water. There are kids
what a whole case
in Baltimore that would need that water right now.
Yeah, well, in Flint, God, they'd attack me.
Well, they still didn't fix it?
No. I think they just wiped it off the map with those trains.
That was in East Palestine, Ohio.
No. Oh.
That was a different
you
town.
Said East Palestine. I was like, no, it was definitely in the U.S.
Yes, Ohio.
So off track right now.
Where they're also eating cats and dogs, apparently, and geese. Thank God he was.
Well, at least we know the people in Ohio got that dog in them.
Well, good night, everyone. No.
All right.
Please, somebody.
Go back to Comic-Con.
Yeah, back to Comic-Con.
Hey, look at this. Hey, look, clones, everyone. Hey, isn't that great? Nobody on the show cares.
Don't care about it all.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just bring up stuff you care about. I'll just go.
That's all I wanted.
You're so dumb. Oh no, I wanted to see that. I like Star Wars.
No, we're not doing it now.
The Facebook comment. He said off track when talking about a train crash. Oh, so good. Woo, Dan, come back. We do need to.
Tears in my eyes.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, let's talk about this. Wait, I don't give a fuck about monsters. Never mind.
Was that King Kong or was that
King Kong,
so DC did a crossover and the trades should actually be out soon. That's why I was looking for at the comic shop where I went. DC did a crossover event between the Justice League and Godzilla versus Kong. So they're doing Godzilla and Kong figures, which is kind of weird because Kong is normally a lot bigger than Godzilla.
Also, he's also a lot nine times out of 10. He's kind of bigger than Batman.
I thought it was Gorilla God.
You got me. I said the one thing.
I mean, that's better.
Yeah, that's better.
That first picture didn't help. It's giantism.
Oh man. Well, we don't know that the Atom's not involved in some way in the comic. So
all right, fair enough.
But yeah, so this is part of that crossover. I'm kind of interested. I want to read it actually because I typically enjoy DC comics when I read them more than Marvel, just because they're a little more serious. Although I say that talking about a Godzilla and Kong crossover with Superman and shit.
I'm gonna say, I don't know.
Like also Batman standing next to King Kong as if that's Batman's really gonna stop King Kong.
Also King Kong.
Yeah.
Don't say that around Batman fans. Batman would be totally prepared for the situation. He's already thought ahead.
He's already thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about it years ago. What the hell is that?
So this is part of their 12-inch and I guess 6-inch. These I don't know what they are.
Great. One picture. I thought they were gonna have more. Sorry.
I think there are more later, but yeah, this is part of those little statuettes that they're doing. I don't care for them. Some look okay, but generally I'm not a huge fan. I really don't like that Hulk. They're
supposed to be iconic comic book covers.
Not really Hulk. It's Hulk.
Well, that's Hulk, because that's Great Hulk. He's the smart one. These are some weird deformed.
Sorry, I really want another picture of this Hulk.
I think that might be
there's no one. There's not. That's it. That's the one. Okay. Here you go.
You can see more on Instagram if you want to. But I also I get that this is a cover of a comic book, but I also
think turn your camera off.
It kind of annoys me because the Hulk wouldn't just do.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah,
the comic does a nice job of framing it so that there's actual obstruction, but right here we'd be we'll just move the whole thing. You wouldn't be trying to divide between 4 floating letters. So
I'm Hulk.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I don't like that. Was he used to be gray? Did he used to be gray?
There are different versions of Hulk. So gray Hulk's smart one, red one is a different Hulk, and then green Hulk is the one we're typically aware of.
Oh.
Avengers Endgame kind of showed was more of a gray Hulk type thing because he was a mixture of Banner and Hulk.
Instead, they just put his glasses on.
Yeah. But yeah, these are a weird deformed type figure. I just saw these earlier before we came on. I was like, what the hell is this? And some people love this type of stuff, but I don't get it.
It is not for me.
No.
I mean, I guess Swamp Thing kind of looks fine.
Yeah, I guess.
The only reference I have of Swamp Thing, though, is the 80s television show, so I don't know. Well, that looks like Batman and Robin Bane. Was it late 80s, early 90s? I'm not, hold on.
It was a live action show. I know what you're talking about.
I was going to say, we are talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. God, I remember watching that too. That's why.
I like how Swamp Thing is a character that's gone back and forth between Marvel and DC.
Has it? I did not know that.
Yeah.
90 to 93, excuse me, the 90s television series. I think I got confused because there was, God, why do I know this much about Swamp Thing? There was a TV movie in the early 80s that the TV show was kind of based off of. Does that make sense?
I'm wrong.
No. It was an actual movie. It was not porn this time. However, that probably exists. Let me think. Swamp Thing porn.
Did you say Swamp Thing porn?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Would you like to see?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
I was wrong about the Swamp Thing. and Marvel, DC. It's Swamp Thing and Man Thing.
I
Take it back.
didn't know this.
What is that?
Wes Craven wrote and directed that.
What about East Craven?
No. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope.
They actually they had a CW show a few years ago for Swamp Thing. That
Yeah,
I
and
totally forgot
nobody
about.
watched it.
I guess not. Kind
Oh,
of
shit, he died.
So.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That was 2019.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So
it was on the DC streaming thing. So yeah, that's definitely
so nobody saw it. So yeah, he plays Dick Durdock played Swamp Thing in the Wes Craven apparently 1982 movie, which was a sequel in '90 called The Return of Swamp Thing, which went into the series. Again, I don't know why I know that.
And then there's Die Hard with a Vengeance too.
Yeah, but he was the man at the subway. Trust me, guys. Duck.
Right.
So anyway, Swamp Thing. I'm not off track. I'm technically on track. That looks like Bane from Batman and Robin, a movie everybody should hate. We should all agree that that movie's bad.
Yep, we do.
Okay. Pete, no.
no,
There's no way.
no,
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
A little bit.
You don't like Alicia Silverstone's awesome delivery of every line that was ADR'd?
I do love Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, though.
I mean, yes, sure. Correct. But the rest of the movie, mute.
Yes. Chill out.
All right, everyone, chill. Next scene. My wife, my beautiful wife.
There was an interview, and I think it was before the movie. You can find the clip online, but it's Arnold Schwarzenegger in an interview saying that he basically was comparing the dialogues to like Shakespeare. Like,
Well,
he's like, some truly Shakespearean dialogue. It's
yeah. I think that was him being sarcastic.
I think it might have been him serious, just doing promotion for the movie. Look at the size of that wrist peg. Holy shit.
This.
I was going to say,
How do I
overall,
say
the
that?
figure doesn't look terrible.
Doesn't look
I was
terrible. I don't like the way that they arranged that holder.
This is McFarlane, right?
Yeah.
No,
Is it?
no
No,
pegs
I
on
don't
this.
think so. Is it?
No, it's Spider-Man.
No, that's Superman.
Spooderman.
Did you say Spooderman?
He
Spooderman.
did say Spooderman.
It's McFarlane, for sure. This is
Speaking
their new
of,
Batmobile, which looks kind of cool. But it'll probably be like $199.
I was pointing out that Superman didn't look like it had pegs in it, though.
I don't think there were any angles to really tell, were there?
I thought last second I saw, right? Yeah, there's pegs in the arms. Oh, yeah, no, there's pegs.
Yeah, you can see them.
Shit. Come on.
pegs on the
bro.
wrist. Look at that.
The wrist peg is a little different. Like, you can hide it, but like it's a much smaller joint. Like the elbow and the knee, there's no reason for them to have pegs, visible pegs.
Wonder
If
why
anybody-
he goes so big on that peg, too.
I think that might.
by the way-
his hand looks really big, but I think that also might be the camera angle. Honestly,
Well,
He's on the peg because he broke his neck in the horse ride, guys.
oh,
Come on.
come on. Boo. Leave him alone.
What?
Leave
Fuck
him
him. It's
alone.
the worst Superman ever. Fuck Christopher. I'm kidding. I'm totally.
What?
I'm totally. He's not my favorite Superman. Let me just say that.
I
I
can't
don't care.
believe that you said something so ableist on this podcast.
You just wait till I take turn to go off the tapete.
He looks more like Brandon Ruth than
Brandon Ralph.
I say Ruth, like vermouth.
He did. That's very ableist of you to say.
Is his name actually Routh?
Yeah, I thought so.
I thought it was Ruth.
Canadian bitch.
Jesus
I think it looks.
Christ.
I think it looks more like.
County.
I think it looks more like Brandon than Christopher Reeve, or maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am incorrect.
I know. Thank you for
It is
correcting
Brandon.
me.
Good. Go fuck yourself, you son of a bitch.
Brandon Ruth. Brandon Ruth. Brandon Routh.
Can you hear that?
No,
Oh, why can't you?
because I'm talking.
No, that's not why. I don't have the audio on.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, didn't Brandon
Routh.
I'm sorry. What are we doing?
Brandon Ruth.
We were comparing pronunciations.
Okay.
Okay, go back to you. Back to you, Pete.
I was gonna say, didn't Brandon Ruth do a version of Christopher Reeve's Superman at the end of
Yes.
which movie was
Flash. The Flash,
Was it the Flash?
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
He reprised his role as Superman at one point.
All kidding aside, Christopher Reeve is my least favorite Superman. Well, that's because Superman 4 exists, and I hate that fucking movie. And so does he. Or so did he. I think Brandon Ruth, fuck me, got a unfair shake. I liked that movie. I
don't dislike that movie. I think that they did a lot of things questionably with it. And it was
didn't
just,
like the real estate scheme.
I was about to say it's just another Lex Luthor real estate scheme. Like,
I did like. I appreciated at that time when that movie came out that it wasn't a reboot. That they acknowledged all the movies that came before it, and even referenced them.
they also
Like,
had
why is this kid chucking a piano across the floor? What's going on here between? When did you impregnate me, Superman? I forgot when you kissed me. That kind of thing, you know. Nobody remembers what I'm talking.
Nope.
When they kiss, she forgets.
Okay. I saw the movie once.
Oh, you guys are judging me about my opinion of Superman, but you don't even remember the little details of the movie? Be quiet. Anyway.
I'm judging you for something else right now.
I'm not gonna look. I'm a Marvel hoe. I'm not gonna lie.
Marvel Hill. What are you judging me for, you prick?
Do I have a favorite Superman? I think I would like to see what James Gunn does.
Oh yeah, my whole point was my favorite Superman is
Alec Baldwin. Hank Williams?
I can't remember his name.
The Calvary?
Henry Cavalry. The guy from Mission Impossible 78.
Henry Cavill?
I like that. I had to point that out to Matt. I was very proud of that. He went right before he was just leaving. He turns around, boom.
What you pointed what out?
I pointed out the
in Deadpool
arms in Deadpool Wolverine. He does the Mission Impossible. Where I was like, he even reloaded his arms. He did. I was like, sure to God, he did it on purpose. And sure enough, I rewatched it.
Yeah, no, like, they definitely would have put that in just to troll everyone who made fun of Mission Impossible.
Henry Cavill and his dumpy have my vote. What?
I know who that is.
His dumpy, like his butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're talking about that.
Oh, gotcha. I think I sing it again. She had dumps like a truck.
So yeah, this is a new McFarlane Batmobile coming up.
That's cool. As long as they're not, molding faces, they do all right.
Is this based on the Batman and Robin one?
I don't know.
God, I hope. It kind of looks like it, and I'm like, let's look up the Batman and Robin bat.
Maybe it is.
No,
I think that does this have 2 fins or 3?
No. Oh God, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Chill out.
I'm getting to it. Yeah, it's just fuck. It is. Okay, so that view. There we go. That view into
that view.
Is this view?
Mm.
Because I was looking at it and I was trying not. I didn't want to be a dick.
That logo on front was like very Schumacher. Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Man, that looks
well,
that's
kind
of why when you first said it, I was thinking exactly about that fucking dumbass logo.
What gave away was the fins, the wings, and
Oh,
the
thanks.
I'm pointing to the screen like you can see it. The logo on the hubcap, which
As a-
they did all
as
of
a-
Ghostbusters.
As a kid,
Ghostbusters.
I loved the Jim Carrey as Riddler, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I
That
like
was the
Batman.
different Batman. That's a
That's a
different
different
Batman.
Bat-
movie.
The
Yeah, I
Batmobile
know,
was
I know.
different too.
All those
Actually,
movies,
I saw that Riddler figure in the store yesterday, and it didn't look as bad in person. I didn't buy it because McFarlane figures are pretty weak, but in person, it looked much better than the pictures that we looked at on the show. I will admit that.
That's the Batman Forever.
I don't
Batman.
believe you.
Okay, then don't believe me. That's cool.
What? That's what it's like talking to you sometimes. What's the? Who's doing the Riddler? Is it McFarlane?
Yeah. All
Yeah.
the Batman licenses.
Yeah, all
Pretty
of,
much.
all of DC is McFarlane, unless it's a higher price point. Then it's going to be various companies.
It's not that one, is it?
Yeah, Yep.
I hope it looks better in person.
it does. We went over this weeks ago.
I know that, but I don't remember that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't also. It also wasn't posed in person. Like it's in that very simple pose.
I do want that bat bomb though. That Riddler bat bomb. Yeah. I like Batman Forever. I don't like Batman and Robin.
Batman Forever. It's not bad. Especially for a '90s movie, it's not bad.
You got Jim Carrey eating scenery around an actor that hates him.
Oh, Val Kilmer?
No, Tommy.
Oh, really?
I don't like him. He didn't like me. I can't imagine why. Jim.
Tommy Lee Jones, look at the role you're in. You have this ridiculous Two-Face costume on.
Yeah,
Tommy Lee
you were
Jones.
supposed to be Billy D. Williams. Just shut up, Tom. You bitch.
Although, remember Sugar and Spice? Huh?
Debbie Mazar and
Drew Barrymore?
Yes, Drew Barrymore. Yeah, when I rewatched it years ago, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Drew Barrymore!" It's like, wow, they tried to sell us Drew Barrymore on Sex Appeal years ago.
I liked her.
goodbye.
Why? She one of your like top 5 or something?
It's like top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Drew.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you
Not
watched
so
her
much.
show? Have you watched her show? You might like her less.
Oh, you mean this part? So, can you tell me about where she gets in your face?
MGK, you seem like a really talented musician.
No, I don't watch talk shows because usually when they watch talk shows, I hate that person.
I don't know why Matt reminded me of the Joker just now when he was like talking to Batman through the camera. He like grabs it.
Gotham. Literally just spin around.
You want
and-
order in Gotham?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, we're going down the rabbit hole. Here we go.
Okay, so
Oh God.
oh my god, I didn't want to do that. All right.
Oh God. Why did I do that? Knowing that the camera like barely stays on me anyway. Anyway. Yeah, Drew Barrymore. What's wrong with you, dude?
Okay. Here, I sent you a link. This could be what we
Segue back into.
next to. It's upcoming. It's new releases coming out from McFarlane. Some of these I'm actually I don't think I'll get them, but some of them I'm actually like kind of optimistic about because I like to see the character. Yeah, the Silent Hill remake is good. I played Silent Hill 2 on an emulator, I think, and it wasn't great. I'm talking to the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I can read. I know that.
Well, I didn't know because Pete typically just ignores it. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
usually it's just a bunch of sports scores.
I'm kidding. Whoa, Dan, easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really care about.
Fucking one of them.
I'm not particularly jazzed about Power Girl.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah.
That's
No,
all right.
you're good. You're good. Bring them back up. That's fine. We could go through
going
in
in
actual
order.
order. Yeah, that's fine.
Kind of like that.
Honestly,
I really
this
wish
the
you'd
thing is
stop.
like, I don't understand how it's a unique chase character. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, is that that's the 40s? Maybe.
Right, but like it's a chase character, so how are you supposed to get them?
I don't know what that means.
It's like an odd. It's like a 1 in a dozen.
Oh.
So like,
Oh, so you chase for it, kind of like the Phillies were chasing the Mets,
or like,
where the
Funko
defense
Pop
and the
will do
Giants
like
played.
they'll sell like Funko Pop will have like a box of 6 figures and 5 will be normals and then the 1 will be a chase and it's like one just doing like it's a variant, a limited edition variant.
I have to apologize today. I always assume there's more than one picture of a slide, even there's usually 1 or 2 pictures of slides. And every time I've been disappointed today because it goes to something completely different formats, and it fucks me every time. So I apologize.
I mean, to be fair, what other picture are we gonna get of this? Maybe one that's like straight on, but no.
I agree, but like they took pictures of the Mondo Real Ghostbusters, which we haven't even talked about yet, and there was like 2 slide pictures I saw from one user.
Just react more quickly. Let's move on.
Hey, Red One, a movie I don't give a shit about. Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
It's that movie that you told me that J.K. Simmons was getting bulged for.
I must have looked that up because I don't remember that at all.
J.K. Simmons plays Santa. Apparently, Ryan Reynolds is on the naughty list or something like that, and they bring him in to help The Rock, who's like the bodyguard for Santa.
Hey guys, this was fun. A Target exclusive of Sinestro,
which means you'll never get it.
Oh, and Commander Steel. I saw Commander Steel. Damn, I could have flipped him on eBay for $23.
Hey, don't worry, we can get Ace the Bat Hound.
What version of Sinestro is that?
Parallax.
Oh, it's okay.
He'll be Orion. I don't care about any of these. Goodbye.
Nope.
Hey, see? 2 pictures. This motherfucker.
Oh, to emphasize that it's the James Gunn Superman.
God damn it. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
that
that's
looks
the
like
new,
the 40s Superman.
That's the new logo the new logo for Superman is that.
I just assumed that was a Fleischman.
No, that's the new cinematic Superman.
Gotcha.
Keep going.
So all these shitheads are in this movie? Great.
I don't know, but I love that they give you those extra pictures. This is kind of cool that they're doing.
God damn it.
Keep going. We'll do them all at one. I know what's coming up. So, yeah. Go one more. Go one more. Go one more. Go one more. One more. God damn it. It's just his fucking niece. Holy shit. So I didn't know that this was also Swamp Thing. I thought this was a different character entirely. I actually thought it was
12-inch figure?
Oh shit.
Looks
And
like
it articulates.
Not if it's
interesting.
Look at that big ass diaper.
Well, it has joints that are supposed to articulate. I thought it was Bloodshot or whatever that character is, which was in The Flash, surprisingly. And it's a character that just thrives on blood. Like, it's fucking kind of gross, actually. Not like a vampire. It's like this giant, swollen zit creature.
We spent so much time talking about McFarlane today. And I just can't, Todd. It's too much.
Why do they market stuff like this to girls as dolls and then call them figures when they are for boys? Like, there's a formal is there a formal definition for each? I bet one of you knows. Lol. I don't know.
It's fake gender assignment. Who cares?
Kind of.
Oh, we could have just looked at this and fucking.
Well,
Just in case you didn't know, and let me zoom in on this slide.
They used to refer to dolls as like clothed, like actual clothed figures. And
Yeah,
then
dolls and figures used to be like there used to be a reason, a
But
category.
that line is blurred a lot lately, because now as you saw from like the Mezco stuff, they have real clothes on them. I don't know. And it's funny because I believe there's a Instagram group that does a podcast also, and I think the name of the podcast is called "They're Not Dolls."
Nice. Oh, good, he was there.
I like Todd McFarlane, man. I just think that he's a little too stuck in his own ways.
Yeah.
And in the
down,
long,
Todd. Put the
I
card
don't
down,
think it's
bro.
holding him back though. Like he does some great things. Like he did the Kickstarter for the Spawn. That ended up making him so much money that he was able to prove that there is interest in that character still.
That looks more like Gal Gadot than the figure they had on display. I just want to point that out.
Renders.
So real quick, I just want to show this picture. A while ago for my friend for her birthday, I got her a 1/6 scale husky figure, and they just bought a house and they're unpacking their stuff. So that's the dog, their dog looking at the figure in one picture. And then that's the next one. Now, this dog's name is Bucky, and he attacks like figurines of dinosaurs because he thinks that they're real. And like for there to be a small dog.
Is that
like,
a beagle?
He definitely thinks it's a real fucking dog. Oh, that's so good.
Is that a beagle?
No, I don't know what he is. He's a bigger dog. He's probably like a 70 to 90 pound dog.
Renders.
I think he's like a lab mix. That actually looked kind of like Christopher Reeves, I think. I don't know. I'm not surprised they're doing this, actually. A lot of people probably buy it because they're consumer whores and they love Joker. And
it's timely.
Well, since you want to forget about the second movie, let's remind you that you liked the first.
Yeah. Even though the second movie wants you to hate the first.
Well,
Hey,
the pegs in the hands aren't as apparent. But then again, this is a render, so.
And also, you're getting a De Niro figure.
So supposedly dolls are not intended to be played with as much. They're intended to be just kind of static and posed. So you could make the argument that hot toys are dolls. But then, yes, a lot of it comes down to gender assignment and the need to align things one way or another, because a boy will never admit he's buying dolls.
That play set is pretty cool, though.
It's cool that they have the whole backdrop and everything, yeah.
But when my dad was a kid, he called them in his adulthood, into an adult, he called them G.I. Joe dolls.
Yeah, they kind of were dolls, yeah.
The big ones. But no, I'm agreeing with you. It's like boys don't buy dolls, and I'm like, he called them dolls. He didn't give a shit.
Can you move forward a bit until you see the action figures again? There will be more. I just went to the page to verify.
There are so many McFarlane photos.
There are. So one back. Sorry, I just want to so we can see everything at once. So yeah, Grid is one that I've heard of before. Kind of.
That's terrific with a swappable faceplate.
Yeah, actually, if you wanted to go through all of them, they all. Well, that's why I like the picture with them all. They all have swappable faceplates.
Oh.
Kind of a new, interesting gimmick that they're doing.
Again, if you look at the pegs on the wrist.
Well, these are also renders. They're not actual figures.
But he still has that diaper-looking waist.
Yeah, no, they're not going to change. They would have to completely redesign the figure. I don't like their abdominal crunch, but I really also hate their legs. Go back. Well, you don't have. I just like the idea of having all three of them, so we don't have to focus on one. If that makes sense. I like the Captain Cold figure because that's how he looked in New 52. I don't like that it's 7-inch. That's a bummer. But yeah, I like that they're doing a Captain Cold figure in this way. AKA Mr. Freeze 1.0.
Is that what that is?
No, it's a Flash villain who's basically the same thing as Mr. Freeze. He's just he uses a cold gun to like ice shit up. Interesting that they're doing a Thomas Knight Batman, but I know a lot of people love that version, so it's also not really surprising.
Can I also point out that kind of looks like Ben Affleck? Kinda.
I could see it, especially when he's like in his depressed alcoholic stage.
What now?
The accountant underperformed. The reverse Flash render looks pretty cool, although we'd have to see what the actual figure looks like in hand.
Yeah, I feel that these are kind of. I don't know how I feel about renders as the announcement because.
I mean, Hasbro does the same thing.
No, I know. I'm not blaming McFarlane.
Okay.
This is not a McFarlane thing. I meant in general because I've seen other. Mondo did a render, not a release, of the other sets of the real Ghostbuster stuff, and I'm like, man, if it looks like that, it'll look like great. That'll look great, but it's just CGI right now.
Yeah.
And the proof was, again, it's just because we're talking about McFarlane. The Wonder Woman physical figure didn't look like Godot, but the render did. So you never.
Well, to be fair, and Matt can probably speak on this better than I can.
Please be fair.
If you work in Blender and you do a render to show off how the figure looks, it's pretty accurate about how the mold or print will look.
Yeah.
It more comes down to what the paint job does afterwards that makes it look like shit.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. Some of these might actually be real figures too, because they have reflections and inner shadows going on. Like those look like real figures.
I was gonna say because this doesn't have. This is just a render on it, so these are real.
Yeah, those are good. Also, a really good point too. So those are actual figures. Yep.
There's something about the Silver Age Joker that I really like. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't like a lot of versions of Joker. I won't lie. Like
What's your
Heath Ledger's is really good. But like other than that, Mark Hamill's Joker. I like him in New 52. New 52 Joker gets insane and he cuts his own face off and then tapes it back on or staples it back on. Excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I like that.
Joker is fucked up.
I think Mezco knocked it out the park with their deluxe Joker, though.
Yeah, that's also kind of Silver Age. It has this similar appearance, Dan, where it's the leaner Joker. Yeah, no, that I knew where you're going, and that's like where I was returning.
I consider them the same.
Yes. Yeah, very, very similar. Like the Jack Nicholson one, I'm not a huge fan of. It's not bad. Hot Toys had a really cool mime version of it, but I sold that one because I was broke at the time.
I don't know. The Jack Nicholson one, I will fight, not really like physically fight, that say that it's closer to classic Joker than it is further. And I will also agree and say Heath Ledger's Joker, which is a step well away from the classic look, is great.
The other thing that it is important to remember is so much stuff has evolved in comics since then. Like a lot of what he had to refer back to was when Burgess Meredith was the Penguin. So like he was, I forget the original actor of the Joker, but like even the one he did before was like a real gimmicky.
Cesar Romero.
Yeah. So like
the guy, he wouldn't shave his goatee or mustache to put the makeup on that one.
So
12-inch Poe statue with digital collectible.
Yeah, I remember when Rocco was talking about I think that's when we had him on when he was saying, "Do you see what McFarlane's doing now, where they have the digital collectible? It's just a blatant fuck you to anyone who collects. These are Target exclusives, but honestly, I feel like McFarlane's shipping is pretty good because I think I've seen a good amount of figures that were like Target exclusives from McFarlane actually in Target stores. It's more so other things like NECA that are harder to find, probably because more people want those, but I also think that they're ship quantity. And I also honestly think that I think that this McFarlane line is, or any McFarlane figures just aren't as popular as other figures are right now because the quality's not great. They're really kind of limited in their posability. Like they have all the articulation that would suggest they can move a lot, but like they don't look particularly great. Like these are intended to look the way they do, but like
I like the creeper.
Yeah, but look at those hip joints.
Look at the shoulders. Like it's an intentional decision to make that because they're designing them off the animated show. But like, and this honestly, it's the same thing with Marvel when they made figures for Into the Spider-Verse. They look terrible in physical form. Like it's not, and even Hot Toys did Spider-Man 2099 as he was portrayed in Into the Spider-Verse, and it looks fucking awful as a figure because it has this crazy, like these really wide shoulders and this really narrow hip, and like it's just hips. But like it just doesn't translate well to a physical medium.
Just hips.
All right. Well, I'm enjoying this, but can we just jump away from McFarlane?
Yeah, that's fine. The next thing was going over like more Silver Age stuff.
I know we haven't touched on like G.I. Joe, Hasbro.
No.
Give me a moment to collect.
Yep.
Mezco's all releases, like they announced Samurai Jack, which is pretty cool.
Where do you want me
the
to?
Sentinel? Did we go over the Sentinel already?
The first thing.
We went off. No, we went off it offline. No,
I think we talked about it offline.
no, we did. We bring up the photos. We did.
Yeah,
we did.
I did that.
Okay,
I did
okay.
the first thing I did was bring it up. Yeah, yeah. I took care of my boy first.
Yeah.
What do you want me to go to first?
I'm scrolling.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was gonna say the Mezco stuff. Let's,
just go to Mezco because we're off page now.
Oh, I don't. You'd have to go to Mezco's Instagram because I don't think they have anything on their website.
No, I found. I'm sending a link.
I will wait.
I know we talked about Mezco's Rumble Society stuff, but I don't think we've talked about that.
We talked a bit about the lore and the vehicle, but there actually are figures at the link that I sent Dan Law.
Yes.
Roll down.
Yes. I know how a web page works.
That middle button.
Now I don't know who Doc Samson or that guy is, but he looks great.
The best feature on this. All right, there we go.
I'm surprised they're doing Samurai Jack. That's a.
Well, no, but they just had the revival a couple years ago, right?
I didn't see any of Samurai Jack, but I heard it was amazing.
Wasn't that a Cartoon Network show?
Yes.
And it was on for a couple of years. Then it went away, and then it came back 21, 22?
Yeah.
Something like that? Without trying to look it up? Samurai Jack.
Yeah, we don't have to spend on that too much. We could just
No, I'm just getting the years. That's all. 01 to 04, and then it was before COVID. 17, 5 seasons.
Oh wow.
And confirm, fucking excellent television show. Kelly, I bought the whole series for Kelly for Christmas one year, or it might have been her birthday. I don't remember. Very well done, considering it's in the same era of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And then on the tail end of that, you have Samurai Jack.
It actually makes a lot of sense that they're doing this. They have a Space Ghost figure.
Is it coming up?
Oh, you won't be able to get it for less than $200.
Yeah, it was
Probably
one of the
not.
first releases, right?
It was very early, yeah. So Doc Savage is from like a pulp kind of comic back in the 1940s. I had to look him up because I didn't know who the hell it was. But that's also one of those vintage things that it makes sense for Mezco to do because they do love that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like it's from the 40s, especially that calic.
This honestly looks like a good pickup just because you could do some cool kit bashes with that. Like it's a good big buck.
I like this.
By Crom.
What?
I said by Crom.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? It's Conan. Yeah, it's pretty. They already put their own Conan out. That's more true to the like the original version. But yeah, then they're doing the Arnie version too, which is cool. We went over it before. It still looks decent.
I was gonna say, is this one of the ones we went over?
Yeah,
or is
we
this
went
like
over when they first announced it, but now we see some actual product shots.
Well, it's good.
The waist looks really bad. Like where his pants are tucked in.
He looks like a schlub, so that works for me.
I guess, yeah. But like, I feel like it would be nice to have a little more detail, like a button or something like that, rather than look like he's wearing pajama pants. Mm.
Does he have a button?
He wears. I'm assuming they're jeans or something.
Well, no,
It doesn't matter. Go forward. Go on. We don't need to dwell on a button.
Dude, I'm gonna find out if he has fucking buttons on his pants.
I want to know if he has.
I want to know if he has a button.
I skipped
these. Are cool.
Nice.
Right,
yeah. Well, you got the regular release, right?
Yeah. This one, no, Dan. Those are already released. I'm sorry, but they were made to be like the animated versions and kind of reuse of their recent release of the Turtles. Junkyard Joe, we talked about this. This was another independent comic, correct?
Yes. Yep.
The Shadow.
Conan.
Interesting.
That's actually an old figure, right? The Shadow?
A belt.
Ah.
Yeah, the Shadow's a pretty old figure that they put out a while ago. I don't think it was super popular. But that's another one of those pulp kind of things that they put.
Who gives a shit about the
That's an old figure, right?
Yeah, that was released about 3 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah, I thought so. Just ignore the picture that I put up in my camera.
We saw the belt.
Yeah, it doesn't look good on when you do that. It doesn't pick up all the details, so I was trying to help you, but don't be a dick about it. I'm just going back to the Fortress of Solitude.
Don't need to see his Crystal Palace. This is another one that came out.
It's the Fortress of Solitude.
It's the Crystal Palace.
Ah.
There's the Nightwing that Pete wants to cry about.
What do you mean?
Look what they did to my boy.
That's right.
Pete, this looks fine.
It's also leather, so he's not going to be able to bend that.
I'm really not excited about the fabric. That's going to suck.
That doesn't look great, though.
No, that doesn't look great.
Mafex crushed it. Just pick up the Mafex.
Pete, or Dan, stop. Don't give him more ammo than he needs.
Oh, they got the deluxe Joker there. There he is. We were just talking about that. Bottom right.
No, not that one. I actually got that one for his body.
That's not bad. I like that.
Yeah, that's the
I just got you for your body.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, he skipped it.
It might be down.
Son of a bitch.
It's not, but don't worry about it. It's already.
I wanted to see it.
I know, but look at it.
Who cares what I want?
Kinda, yeah.
Go back a photo. Where two more, I think. Keep on, one more. Right there. So bottom right, that one. That was the deluxe Joker that they put out. I thought it was probably the Grail, the end all be all.
Who did the 112?
Mezco.
Mezco did it. Okay, I have to look that up later.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's a hard get now, definitely.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I can't imagine. What do you think? $1,000 price tag?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if you said 400 or 500.
Yeah. I mean, 𝗂𝗲 is 200.
I have all of those but 𝗂𝗲.
I sold my 𝗂𝗲 and I want another one, so I'm gonna end up bilking out the money for him. But I sold him for like 200, so if I get back what I got it for him.
Woo!
All right.
But look at the head portrait, man.
Man, I like his ass beaten face.
Add to cart, Dan. Buy it now.
No, no,
No thanks.
No.
I'll get my own protection.
no. Ah! Get out of here. No. That's when she'll look up.
Actually,
What are you
I have all of those figures except for 𝗂𝗲 and that Joker. But I think I have a simple version of that someone took the jacket or the coat from.
Oh, look, Morbius. We're saved.
Mobius. Oh no, it is Morbius. Supposedly that's a great figure. Double jointed elbows. You could tell. I
My
have
favorite.
man. That one's pretty cool. There's the guy that Pete hates.
No, I don't hate it. I think I'm going to pay Rebel 10 to do another outfit for me so I can get the ab crunch. In there.
This is cool. Actually, sorry to interrupt you. The Silver Centurion is in my pile of loot that should be shipping soon. They did the Silver Age Captain America. Nice to see that they're doing a classic Thor also. People have been asking for that for a while too. What, Dan? Not a fan of that Cap? Or
No,
that Iron
I've
Man?
been watching the WNBA final the entire time.
Oh.
We've been doing the show.
Gotcha.
And Minnesota's up by 2 with 14 seconds, and they just put it all on the line for a 3 and just missed.
I didn't realize you were watching fake basketball. I'm kidding. I don't watch basketball at all. I'm just making a joke.
New York can't win for trying, man.
I know, man. In any sport.
The Mets still have a
That's
chance.
good sculpt, but I wonder what that overlay is on his chest. Like
I love that.
That's a very common effect. It's cool. They even did that with the NECA Ninja Turtles with Donnie and his staff. I think I don't remember if Mikey has it with his nunchucks.
I didn't grow up with the effects. You know,
the first time I saw it was a Marvel Select Thor.
It's newer
hate
to me
Thor.
because I haven't collected as long. Like I collect one thing, so there's you get proton beams and slime. You don't get a lot of movement. So to see these is really cool.
But now you're getting a toaster and some library books.
Now I'm getting a toaster. Yeah, but the toaster has no
Coffee
movement.
mug.
It's just free balloons for kids.
I think that chest piece might actually be leather too, because they probably aim for him to have an idea of abdominal crunch.
Not final, pending licensing approval.
It'll be approved.
Well, I love that. I thought we were going to get a close up. They're like, no.
That figure's been out for years now.
It's metal, right? It's die cast, right?
Yeah, it's die cast. I have that, and I have the black one too. I don't have the stealth one. I really hope that this one holds up because, like, the first Deadpool they put out is what got me into Mezco, and it's great. I'm a little concerned about the material on it, but it looks good.
I'm concerned that this is just a picture, but none of the reds match.
Right. It does say
Could be just
approval though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it could be just a flash, or
so
it's not final. But
it's
damn,
hard to tell.
Deadpool
It's still really early in production. Yeah, we'd have to wait to see. Although
I just want that.
It's
just
not
want a
pending
Deadpool.
license. It's not pending approval. It's already out for pre-order. Like
Matt, why don't you just resin print a dog pool for Dan here?
Could.
I love it so much. I love her so much. Mary Poppins.
These are already
Story about that.
I have those, all of them.
Those are old too.
That Black Panther is a must.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
sold mine.
There's your girl. Hella.
Yeah. That Thanos,
Oh, wow,
I took it out the box, played with it for a minute, and then sold it.
I didn't get it.
That Iron Fist I picked up. That Moon Knight I picked up.
there's your Frogman. Actually, that's a different Frogman.
I was gonna say there's no. Yeah, that's different. He's got a lot of jacket.
He's not in a butler suit.
You know what just occurred to me?
On the left, Dan, that's the first release.
Yeah, they did like a more.
Oh, I see.
The one that I showed off before. That's the initial release, and then they did like an animated version, which is that second one.
And we're back. Where's the Rocketeer figures?
NECA has Rocketeer figures.
6-inch plus does them.
But what I'm upset is we have a Swamp Thing, but we don't have this. And I really want that. Did you 3D print one of those with inflatable balls?
Rocketeer.
I'm
Loose
asking a serious
Collector.
question. That's fine.
Loose Collector's doing it.
Who? Hey Pete, since Matt's ignoring me, can you print? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Can you print that for me?
The fuck is that?
Don't ask. Could you do it?
The Slipper Man.
The Slipper Man. I just want one. I just want one. I don't think there's no way there's a 3D mold of that. I was asking a serious question.
It's a cucumber monstrosity.
No, he's a never mind.
Anyway, Pete sent a link. Pete sent a link for Big Bad Toy Store.
Slipper Man. Sorry, I'm looking up the Slipper Man to see if anybody did a STL of it.
I hope so.
There's no way.
Dude, Gens fans are out of their fucking mind. You never know.
If anything, you could see if there's a STL file of the cucumber from Veggie Tales, and then just add little
bumps to it with a hand coming out of it.
Yeah, honestly, you could do that in Blender pretty easily. Just scale the bottom of it to taper off a bit, add arms and legs.
It's Pickle Pete.
You got it. So yeah, I know that Pete's all about these Jada figures.
The game that doesn't have any puzzles.
It doesn't have puzzles.
That's problem-solving puzzles to get to. Yes, it does. Oh, I lost too much breath on that.
Oh, Snake Man! Look at him. He looks so cool.
There's Proto Man, right?
There was okay.
Is that who that guy is with the red shield?
Oh, that is a good fucking way to reuse the Mega Man body and make you buy another one.
There wasn't a Mega Man cartoon. Am I correct?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't remember watching it though.
I think that me and my brother would rent it on VHS from the library.
Yeah, Mega Man the animated series. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. 2 seasons. All right. Not bad.
Man, I really don't need to get into this line, but it's tempting, man. Jada Toys does fun little things. They're at a good price point. Like, they look so good though. Oh yeah, cool. I'm glad I did send this actually. So this is their Dan's favorite game, Cyberpunk.
I really wanted to like it.
But this is the show based on Cyberpunk. Right?
It might be playable now, Dan, because
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Updates were what killed it.
Was that cloth goods on those?
Are
these like a premium set?
I think they're soft goods. Yeah. I don't know what price point they're at. Or intended to be.
That's a soft goods jacket overlay, but the other guy next to it in the yellow is wearing a pants and jacket. Interesting. Did you guys see that Storm Collectibles is doing a 6-inch line for Street Fighter now?
I think I did. I want to say I did.
I didn't even know there was a Cyberpunk television show. What the hell's going on here?
There's a whole bunch of Cyberpunk stuff, dude.
It's on Netflix, I think. I haven't seen it.
That sounds right.
The only reason why I knew Cyberpunk was going to be a thing, Matt's going to hate the origin of this for me is
Keanu Reeves
Lawrence.
ruined it.
No, Lawrence on Funhouse. rest in peace, Funhouse. Fuck you, Warner Brothers. Has been talking about Cyberpunk for like 5 years before the game was officially announced at whatever year that Keanu Reeves did make the appearance.
3D Project Red was probably working on it for 10 years.
Well, his partner works there.
Okay.
At CD Projekt Red, but he liked the first game, so he always jokingly, tongue in cheek, would update it. I thought it was tongue in cheek. I'm like, what the fuck is this Cyberpunk thing? And then it would never occur to me to look it up. Then the game got announced. I was like, oh, he's not kidding around. So for years, I knew about this thing. And then, you were there the day I streamed it. And I was like, wow, this is broken. Very broken. It's very, very broken. Wow, look at all those. Wait. Oh, yeah. I thought it was Raul Julia.
I'm probably going to skip on Saget Honda.
Isn't that Sagat?
How about I forgot how to pronounce Sagat, so shut up.
Brandon Ralph.
Ruth Bader Brandon.
Ruth Bader
Ginsburg.
Real estate scheme. These are cool.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip Zangief and Honda. I really like the Storm versions.
Yeah, I know you like the
Storm
Zangief. Yeah.
Hey, that one girl was dressed like that.
Evil Kennedy,
right back around to the beginning.
That Akuma looks great. This is like a deluxe version. I really like that they did the alternate heads, but I really hope that they release those alternate heads.
Just like the way that this is displayed, it looks like he's just having a temper tantrum.
He probably fell over.
He's just on his back going, ah!
I fell over.
Oh, I fell over again. And I think we're back to the beginning.
Cool.
We are.
Yeah, I think that was it, right? Oh, we didn't go over G.I. Joe stuff. They're doing Mindbender.
They're doing a retro Mindbender, retro rock and roll, and then a retro Cobra Trooper. That's all in the 6-inch line.
They got a dude with a polar bear. I need that polar bear.
Real American hero.
They're doing like a play set with like I don't know. It looks like one of those like bomb shelter things.
Interesting.
Wherever there is trouble.
Interesting.
G.I. Joe is there. See, 15 pictures of the same goddamn slide.
Yeah. That's a render also.
I was going to say, I'm waiting on Grunt to go on sale so I could buy like 4 of those. What is that?
Interesting.
That is a bunker.
Yeah.
You're a bunker. I want that. Give it to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You want my bunker?
Yeah.
Jeez. Very forward of you.
At least it's not backward.
Not yet. All right. Yep. Same picture. All right.
Oh, they're doing.
Yeah. See, that's what I grew up with. Sorry, Matt.
No, you're fine. This is another version of the Alley Viper.
Alley Viper. Yeah.
Oh, does it come all together?
Oh,
that might be a set actually, because that looks like that gun is intended to mount on something.
Oh.
That looks like a copy of a gun that I had at the Rambo playset. It really does, and I don't mean that in the bad way. It's bringing back memories of that.
Well, I mean, it's just an LMG. It's probably just geared off like
the same mold.
Yeah, like an M2249. It's the same. Probably intended for the same gun. Yeah, so that gun will mount. That actually looks pretty cool.
This is the renders you were talking about, correct?
I love it.
Oh, those are actual production. Those are product photos. Those.
Oh. Well,
is this part of the anniversary stuff? No, classified series.
This looks like what they kind of did for the Army, Navy, Air Force, where they have those anniversary figures. This looks like they're doing like Everyday Rescuer series. I would pick this up. Fuck
I
it.
would pick. Yeah,
I'm picking that. I'm picking that
Like,
up.
there's the Jaws of Life. That's a fucking
Jaws
awesome
of Life,
figure.
2 axes, a Halligan.
What'd you call me?
A Halligan.
Dan was a firefighter. He knows all the terms.
Dickhead. Mass. 3 pictures of a logo.
I
Okay.
was about to say, glad we got 3 pictures of that. Thanks,
I gave
guys.
it. It just,
I
I
didn't know there was-
vindicated. I don't like a fool earlier.
I did not know there was a figure with a polar bear. That's kind of fucking awesome too.
Can I also say, just looking at these, and I know these are, is this a render or is this a,
These are renders. These are renders.
The renders look like, what size are these figures?
6-inch.
They look like they pretty much kept the G.I. Joe soul.
Well,
dude, you haven't gotten to this line yet?
No.
No, these are.
Sir, I haven't bought a G.I. Joe in 30 years, sir.
Oh my God.
They take some liberties, but they are, when they want to be faithful, it's the original production company.
I mean, that looks great. What? Hey, everyone.
That was a great picture.
Here's a picture of the floor.
I can't wait for this pre-order.
Yeah. Hey, you have a premium floor?
So this is retro rock and roll. This is going to be on the cardboard with the blister.
I think we
pack
killed
that
Pete,
goes
dude.
off. Yeah, probably.
Or is he grabbing something?
He's probably coughing up something. So then
that looks-
retro Dr. Mindbender with the cod piece.
Oh, nipples and cod piece, man. You know, always.
Well, he has to make sure that he's focusing with the right brain.
Right. Exactly. Here's a.
I think that's a soft goods cape, which is pretty cool.
I
have
think
the
the wrist
deluxe
cards are also soft. Dude.
I have the deluxe version of this. Oh shit! Pete's got the retro Cobra coming.
Oh shit!
Very nice. Yeah.
Oh wow. See, when I was still buying them, they didn't have 13 hands. They just had.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah,
gun grip and regular grip.
The very solid plastic.
They just started doing that because remember the first couple runs, it was just the gun hands. That was it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, you had 2 fists and then one that would, which was a throwback.
It wasn't until like rock and roll they started doing the other hands.
No,
it was a throw.
We're talking about different things, but go ahead, Dan.
I was gonna say the gun hand was a throwback because for a while there they didn't have the gun hand. And I think memory serves, around 94 when they were doing the anniversary runs, they brought one of the gun hand back, which was part of the original classic. That even looks like the old packaging. God damn.
Yeah, they have the info card. I love
Don't
that.
do it, Dan.
I don't actually. So to the chat comment, I don't know how often you guys or Pete, how often you might see AI figures, images of figures, but there is some asshole out there, and I'm going to call him an asshole, who posts pictures of like micro action figures that like are fully articulated, and they would be like 2 inches tall, like right around the size that's intended for children. But like they would look like they're really well detailed and everything like that. And I'm like, I want, like, it looks like sh_figuarts or whatever quality and in that size, and I'd absolutely buy that figure.
Now I thought this was a variation of your favorite guy, Ice Cream Soldier or whatever.
This is Darklon. Oh, there we go. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Too.
That's all the splooge from all this announcement.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say all the poop and the spum.
Is that a polar bear?
Oh god, it looks real.
So that's Crystal Ball, that guy with that crazy thing. My friend is a huge
COVID mask.
My friend is a huge G.I. Joe's nerd.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck are they teasing here?
I don't know.
That's a wheel. Yeah.
It's a wheel. It's huge.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, just in case you didn't see it the first time,
that's going to be the next Haslab. Probably the next Haslab. I'm so glad Dragon Man's not a Haslab.
Okay.
All right, we're back to the beginning.
Okay.
One last thing that I do want to share
And I also have something right after that.
Is the Venom Hot Toys figure? Because I'm curious on your guys' opinion on something. I shouldn't have done that.
I'm on it, I think. This is the pre-order for 460.
AI rendered images of figures.
That one?
I personally never. Because if it's not like officially from the account of the person that's making the figure, then it's.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, typically I don't run across them. I said go to the second link that I sent, Dan, because it's a search on Sideshow. Because I actually wanted to compare the one.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want me to? Okay. What am I, Australian? What the fuck did that come from? Which one am I going on the search one, or you want me to look at the whole page?
The search one. So, do show filters right beneath where it says Venom. Yeah, and then brands, not toys. Oh shit! What? No, manufacturers.
Manufacturers. Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Got it.
Hot toys.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we're looking at that fifth one and then the one below it, because there are all these other stupid ones from like Let There Be Carnage and shit. So this is.
Oh, I did bring the right one up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, this is technically the wrong one, but I do want to talk about this because this is the as seen in the Spider-Man 2 video game, where he's 10 feet tall. So this is a 20-inch Venom figure. It looks good here, but I feel like it would be. I feel like it's gonna look kind of goofy, like standing on a shelf, being that it's so fucking tall. And like doesn't have like a great amount of detail. Like I feel it's like it's gonna look tall and like look at it standing next to the two Spider-Man figures.
I was trying to get to a close-up.
Like it's more like a monster Venom type of scale.
Isn't that good though?
No, monster Venom looks more monstrous, like amorphous and non-human.
Super jacked.
It's super jacked, but also just like the Revoltech figure is more of a monster Venom because it's just like this giant out of control creature. Whereas Venom is tall, yeah, but like I think this Venom's just too tall. Now, if you go back to the search results, like there he looks cool there, but he like it just doesn't look like it's meant to be 20 inches. If you go to the fifth one. Yeah, so this is the newest comic version that they're putting out. And, like, I pre-ordered this one because I think it looks so much better. Like, this one is just over 7 inches. Or, excuse me, it's just over 15. So it's, like, it would be 7.5 feet tall. And I think that, like, that 5-inch difference is absurd to have between the same character. Like, I get it in Spider-Man 2, it's a big villain, but like it also stands inside of a house at one point without breaking through the ceiling. So like he can't be 10 feet tall because nobody has 10-foot ceilings in suburbia New York. But yeah, I think that they nailed this figure. It's kind of interesting to see that they're doing more comic versions of things. Like they did Comic Doom, they're doing Comic Venom now. But yeah, we don't have to linger on it. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it looked cool. Which do you guys think looks better?
I liked the first one.
You like the first one more?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'd say this one.
I mean,
Yeah,
they both look great, so it doesn't, who cares?
Yeah, they do both look good. I like this one more. I just think it's a better size. But I don't know. Neither of them are Tom Hardy, so that's a good thing.
I was gonna say the entire time you're talking, I could just hear Tom Hardy talking.
Hey, I talk like this because I'm a giant creature from space that eats people's heads.
Oh yeah, well we've talked about these before, and I didn't realize how big the monsters were gonna be.
We did not talk about these two because they weren't shown yet. This is the first time.
Okay.
They had Pete and God, I forgot the first two that were announced. Yes, Pete and Egon with Samhain
yeah,
and
the next picture stands. We could have reduce that really easily.
You know what? I was trying to remember it without doing that. So we got Winston and the Sandman. And we have Ray and Gash.
Do we actually see pictures of them?
No, because they're supposed to be a secret, but I can show you really quick. He will look like this. This was terrifying as a child, I'm going to say. I'm picking this picture on purpose because that also gives away the other. Why is it so large? That's the Sandman. He talks like this and blows the sleep in your face. And that's a clue to the 5th announcement for Mondo, because we don't have enough Janine.
We need more Janine.
We don't have enough Janine figures, because that was the final silhouette that apparently are not in these pictures. So anyway, there goes that. We're also getting a Janine, and this is Gash. Well, actually, I don't think you guys will recognize Gash, but I know who Gash is.
Wasn't Gash in that metal band in the 80s?
No. Well, he might have been. And they're all small pictures. Okay, well, we're just going to go with this.
So we're going from magnified to...
Yeah.
What in the fuck?
That would be Gash. Original Gash. Dream Ghostbusters Gash. Very few... there's a good picture. Very few... he controls ghosts. And he basically takes their ectoplasmic energy and eats them.
Why do his eyes look like olives?
He's Italian.
Okay.
I'm a Gash. Okay?
Oh,
over
shit.
here.
That's his tongue. I thought it was a goatee.
No, it's just...
I was like, he looks kind of like a douchebag.
Well, he is a douchebag. It's hard to be a douchebag when you're already dead, but Gash kind of makes it happen.
He looks like a villain from Devil May Cry 5, but also looks kind of like the Sugar Man, I think, from Marvel.
I don't know what that looks like. Let's look it up.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Pete?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Should I not look this up?
No, you can.
Oh.
It's this crazy looking thing.
Okay, fair enough. Sugar Man! I was not expecting those as announcements, because those stomach fangs look like scary boobs. Thank you, Kate. Those 2 ghosts are not mentioned a lot. So when they showed those as announcements, I was like, all right.
And those are still a $200 price point? Although that doesn't show everything that comes with them, right?
No, I think they're coming with a trap and the proton beam, and there's plenty coming with it. I still think that's a lot.
That is
for what it is. But that's just my opinion. I'm not going to complain too much about it, because I am not getting these. I'm going to pass on these. They look great, but there are, like I said, there's an older set that is out.
Yeah. That
I think you said you didn't like too much, because they actually had fabric. There's the original announcement.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I think we were talking about the Mego line.
Yeah, and they look great, but they're very similar, and they're going to be cheaper now, and I can find them regularly, and they have a Janine, and I'm probably going to get those because I've been wanting them for years, and they're awesome, and a lot of people are going to try to offload these, because these are coming out. But those look great. I just not for 200 and from some piece.
Yeah,
that one looks great.
Anything closing?
No, but I do want to say that there has been a recent order, and I know the person that ordered this is not going to watch this, so I probably need to let them know. And I'm debating, do I give him what he ordered, or do I upgrade his order, because we have a new piece of equipment coming in tomorrow that should update the quality of some of the stuff we're putting out.
Find out if it will update upgrade the quality, and if it will, then reach out and see if he wants the updated version.
Well, I think I would just give it to him because it's gonna look awesome.
Right, but you haven't used that new thing yet.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
gonna take me some time to get accustomed to it.
Yeah, yeah. So I would reach out.
All right. They reached out today and they said they were hoping for the product before November 2nd. So I think to me that says I should just give them what they ordered without the upgrade, which is unfortunate because there is a learning curve that I need to overcome before I fulfill that.
Yeah.
Upgrade. Yeah.
Typically, you're not a huge fan of overcoming learning curves either, Mister. I won't learn Blender because it scares me.
But I also like built 3D printers, learned new programs, taught myself how to like model and shit. Like
That sounds like a lot.
it's just although I have been using Blender a lot more.
I know you have been.
For the decimate feature to add detail to certain things.
Decimate, yeah, you used that entirely correctly. Actually, I never had to use it because I designed so much stuff like in hand, and then I just don't subdivide like a clown.
I was gonna actually say I freaking used it for my Halloween costume. I think I sent you a picture in the chat. But
Yes,
I don't know if
you
you
did.
want to share. But the turtle shells that I found, the STL, and I'm not selling these because they are public, and that's not what we do. You're supposed to be for personal use. They were 2 pieces. They were meant to be like a backpack for anybody that wanted to cosplay for turtles. But I found a way to merge those together, and because of that, they created a seam. So I used Blender to get rid of that seam and had to up the poly count to make sure it was nice and smooth and even, and then decimate away. So I have been using Blender for its decimate feature a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. But hopefully that'll slowly tiptoe into modeling in Blender.
Honestly, the first thing that it just keeps falling backwards. The first thing I ever designed in Blender was the minigun. Like just.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, honestly, and I know you don't have the free time to do it. It's just like finding the free time to design something and just going through and say, like, so how do I do that? And then learning to manipulate shapes and everything like that. And honestly, I did so many things on that, like stupidly, that I look back now, I'm like, yeah, I could have done that easily a fraction of the time that it took me. But like, I didn't know about certain things. And then Blender's also upgraded a lot since then too. So.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to share.
I don't think so. When's Halloween?
Next
like
Wednesday.
it is every year.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
We doing anything for a Halloween episode?
Yeah, probably this.
Oh, you talking about next Sunday?
Yeah.
Probably. As like a Halloween episode. We could.
All right, so maybe we'll dress up or something. I don't know.
Or you
Yeah,
just
I think
put on a paper bag, or put like a hoodie on, turn off the lights.
Yeah.
I'll think of something.
That was a blanket.
I can put my mat mask on.
You have your Deathstroke mask?
No, my mat mask, a piece of paper with the
I
eyes.
know.
On top of
I
it.
know. When I had my wisdom teeth pulled out. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. Kate or Facebook users, whoever you were. Thanks for joining and partaking.
I was going to say, we're online every Sunday at 8 p.m. live on YouTube. If you want to head to Shadow Moses, you could add our accessories to your collection. We do a lot of different little things to add to your displays or photography if you're into that. Or you can slide into our Instagram to see what our current projects are working on. We've recently upgraded all our arcades. We're working on diorama pieces right now, which we talked about earlier in the podcast. So you can see kind of how like the progression is going from that. I think we started that late last year, so we're still working on it. The prototyping phase has been pretty extensive, but I'm trying to basically start off with a basic set of walls of brick and sidewalk and wood, and then grow from there if the popularity takes off. So other than Instagram, check out www.shadowmoses.112.com and stay tuned because we should have other stuff coming down the pipeline soon.
Be sure to follow 𝗖cie_1975 on Instagram. He's doing a lot of pictures with our stuff on there for promotional purposes, but also just for you to get a better sense of how it looks in photographs.
Yeah.
And also because he's a cool dude and like just constantly puts out awesome stuff.
He's all right.
So, he's the only one of the four of us that likes 𝗍𝗏. So, well, besides you.
He has taste, and the other two are terrible fucking people.
Terrible person.
Go watch Children of Men and Daredevil. Bye, everybody.
rather watch paint dry. I decide when the show's over because I can't find the goddamn sign.